All right. I think we're live. Let me double check because it's like I'm a little nervous since I haven't done this in a couple weeks. Let me make sure it's live on both sides. And yes, we're good. How about you, Con? Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, let's see. I know it's been a while since we last talked, but I know we wanted to talk about, at least today, on the latest patch in Weathering Waves, and then also kind of just our initial thoughts on Zenless Zone Zero and everything, right? Yep. So,
Three more.
So I guess with let's start off with the Weathering Waves first, right? And kind of talk about it. Because I actually was pretty busy and only recently just finished this, but I'll have to say, like, when I first came back and playing it, I forgot how beautiful like Weathering Waves was, just in general, like, because like the new zone and just the cutscenes and stuff, like Weathering Waves was really was really pretty. Like, and I don't know if you felt the same way, but
oh yeah. I think it's actually improving. I think it's better than like the previous patch, which makes sense. It's a newer patch. Improvement is expected, but like I'm surprised they improve so fast. Considering that it's like one patch difference, and like the game just came out like what last month, and then like suddenly like they improved so much. Like whether I think they even went as far as like re-recording some of like the dialogues for the characters.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you guys are new to like the Wuthering Waves and you guys get to play, like you guys get to like enjoy the better version of like the previous missions.
Nice. That's good though. Like, I didn't realize they went back and did that. Oops, sorry.
Oh, good.
Still a little sick. Great. I took cough medicine right before then, and then all of a sudden I start.
Well, the more you talk, the more you cough, I guess.
Right. Although I have to say, like, is it just me, or does cough medicine always like taste terrible? Like, like whatever that syrup is, like.
It depends. I've had some that like taste fine. I had some that could taste better. Like I had like a normal like medicine, like a cough syrup, and then I've had the Chinese one. The Chinese one was bad.
Ooh.
Yeah, because like they're all medicine and herbs. There's no taste, flavoring, or taste or anything. The one that is like more like a Western kind of drug, it tastes like mint thing. So it has this like cold feeling. I don't know how to explain it. I just know it's kind of like minty of sort.
Interesting.
And that tastes way fine. And then there's some syrups like I think that I've used to had when I was a kid that like just straight up sweet. Like it has like a flavoring on it.
That's a good point. Like Fran brings up an interesting point where it's like they might make it bad on purpose on purpose, that way kids and younger people don't drink it as often, because when I looked in the back of the packaging of this thing, I saw something where it's like, go to this thing for more information on teenage like abuse of cough medicine and everything. And I was just surprised. I'm like, man, this stuff tastes so terrible. Who would want to try to abuse it? But yeah, I that is kind of a problem, I guess, in the US, right? With
the way people, I don't know about abusing, but like I think it's not about the taste, and it's about the man. This is gonna sound bad. I think it's about the culture around here. Because like I noticed it when I moved here and like start working like in America, like the people chuck drugs like it's candies. And that's why they had to put those warnings. It's not about the taste. It's just about how people are overly reliant with medicines around here, it seems.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's probably why it's like I try to avoid using medicine as much as I can, unless like for cases like this where it's like.
And then I think meanwhile one of my coworkers, I think, had a kidney problem because like she chugs ibuprofen, I think, like
all the time or something, like
yeah, all the time, and like when she chugs it like 3 to 4 pills or something.
Ooh, that's like too much.
I know. way too much. I'm surprised why people even need that much. It's like she looks, I don't know, she looks fine to me. She's not like bleeding all the time or something like that. Like you're not in the war like when you have like an open wound or something.
Right. It's like I could, like sometimes I'll take it for like a headache or something, but that's only like once, like
yeah, I take
when the seasons change,
when,
you know.
Exactly. And like she chugs it all the time, and almost every day, every other day, and like that's crazy. But I digress. You know, we're here about WuWa, not about not talking about medicines and stuff.
Yep. So anyway, I was bringing up what how pretty everything was, but I guess I wanted to start off with a compliment because unfortunately I didn't think the story was super great, and I kind of wanted to get see what your thoughts on it were. Yeah, I just think the storytelling was really bad with it because like so. Let's see, because it started off with us finding out our new little companion guy. Let's see, where is he? The Abby, right?
Abby, yeah, the flying, the Wuthering Waves Paimon.
Yep. And it was just so weird because it's like this whole section when they introduce him is a classic like failure of like show don't tell sort of stuff. Where it's like, oh, they tell us that that we went to the medical thing for an examination and all this stuff with Abby and everything. And then I think in this, there's also like a dream sequence that apparently our character had overnight, but we don't see the dream sequence at all and everything. It's just like, what's going on here?
It's just
like,
they're telling us about like all the things that we missed out on.
And it's like, you couldn't have shown us that. And then like, I don't know, I felt very weird with how they handled, what's her name?
Chun-Li?
Chun-Li, yeah.
Wait, is it like the red-haired girl?
The red hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, I thought she was going to be more, I don't know, when they initially introduced her into the story, she seemed more tactical and maybe a little bit more, I don't know if I want to say mean or something, but like... Cunning, yeah. Whereas like when she was partnered with us, she just seemed kind of meh and then like super worried and all this. It's like the character seemed very different compared to what I was expecting her to be. And
really,
and I
that
think,
makes sense. It will make sense that you think that way because I was thinking about the same thing too, like how like she's.
This is actually Wuthering Waves at the moment, Evie, but
like.
We'll talk about that later.
Wise and like I don't know. She got that old vibe like that, like has a lot of experience, old woman vibe.
And it's just like I don't know. And I think the whole pacing of this thing was just very weird because it was all about like Chun-Li or is it? How do I say her name?
Chun-Li.
Yeah, is it Chun-Li?
Chun-Li? Yeah.
Or no, Jinshi.
Oh, Jinshi. Oh, you're talking about the white-haired girl.
The white-haired girl, yeah. Because it was all about her facing off against the dragon, right? Jue?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I did not like the voice they chose for Jue. I was thinking there would be this old, like, manly voice, and it turned out to be this elderly woman voice, but...
yeah, I think they're trying to go... Well... They're trying to go. I think they made it like woman, but also like that it has like this like spectral sound to it, like the echoes of the voice is somewhat like manly and like kind of like otherworldly. So like it's not a full-on woman. Like if you hear the sound, like the main like the voice that is like facing forward, like the main voice is definitely a woman, but they also have like this like rumbling, like kind of like echoing sound in their voice. I think like a lot of people seems to in like a lot of people seems to like interpret it like as in like kind of like I forgot what example, but like basically like for them to be like genderless, kind of like sure like it sounds like feminine, but like there's like an aspect of it that's like ethereal of sort. I think that's what I've read. What people had said.
I did not pick that up the first time hearing it, but I'll try to pay attention to that the second time. Like just to see.
You can replay it a second time.
Well, no. Actually, wait, can I? Because I'm looking through the dialogue. I might be able to, but
I wonder if you'd be able to like like listen to the voice again, and like you can see like the voice is like not just a woman. Like sure, there's a
Jue
woman
here.
there.
Actually, I can listen to it in the.
One suggests heading back to Hongjian.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, so like the top voice is feminine, but then there's like an under voice that is definitely a little bit deeper. Okay.
Yeah, that's why they also refer every like the descendant as like them. I think.
Right,
At
right.
least that
he always
seems to
refers
be
to
how they
himself
want
as
to
like
portray it.
one, right?
One does not. It reminds me of like that crane girl on like Genshin.
Yeah.
Shenyun or something. I forgot. Haven't played much Genshin in a while. Like she always speaks in like this old way of like, oh, one does not.
Right.
Like one does this, one does that.
But anyway, like the story was like, so it's the white hair girl is supposed to go and try to beat the dragon, right? And like it was a cool idea, and it's like I just feel like the problem is that we got this prophecy of Jinxie beating Jue like really early on, and so we knew where that was supposed to be, and then like halfway through it when we go to free Jue, they're purposefully trying to like taunt us and everything, and I just thought it was so weird because I'm like, why are you taunting us when we know we have to fight you and all this stuff? And it's like I don't know, I felt like the order in which they did things was just very weird.
Well, for that, I think the reason is that like the fight is like something, one of like the possibility in the future that like they might do, which is like we ended up doing, right? Because like we ended up having to fight her, but like there's another, like she gives us an option of like skipping the fight basically, like the Jinxie.
Right, if we freeze everyone in eternal like time or something, right? Was the which is just, it was just so weird because it's like, isn't the prophecy from Jue? Right?
Yeah.
So it's like Jue knew that we would have to fight them. And then she's talking about, oh, well, instead I'm just going to go and try to freeze everybody in time. And then it's, it just felt very weird to me, I guess is the...
What if we do this take? You've seen like Avengers, right?
Yes.
What if this is what Jue has to say to make Jinxie choose to fight her? Like might fight them basically. Is it like it has to provoke Jinxie in order to make Jinxie? Because like towards the end, Jue did talk with like Rover and like about how like all of this is like necessary for like Jinxie's like growth and everything. Which I'm assuming includes the Ton.
Right, and she said it wasn't supposed to happen like when it did, but it was just kind of like it was it's like I get that, but at the same time she also like Jinxie already did know that was gonna. I just feel like from a story perspective it would have been better if we just didn't know about the prophecy until later, right? Because I feel like knowing about it ahead of time just kind of ruins it from the reader's perspective. Like I could see where you're right, where it's like, yeah, you would have to do it to taunt, but it's just seeing it in action. I just don't think played out like they probably expected it to.
That's fair. That's a fair take, I think.
But one thing I did like though is that they said that Jue was like we created Jue, so like part of Rover's past seems to be that we're the ones that created at least Jue, the giant dragon, and then also, I guess, founded the whole Jinzhou and everything. And
I think I don't know about create. I think I know that we were the its master. I don't know if
master,
like about
master
creating
might be the better. But what I liked about that is because when we start off with the rover, we're the imaginary rover, right? Or at least the yellow one, and that one has time stopping abilities, and Jue's main ability is time stopping. or at
Yeah,
least
and,
messing
like-
with time. So
and
it's like,
it is also a spectral element, so like it makes
Mhm.
sense.
so like that was a cool way to harken back to it and stuff. But
I actually didn't realize that until you mentioned it earlier. But what you said really makes sense. That like the spectral rover power is involves slowing down time and even like like really like time related stuff. And like if you go even further, like the way like spectral rover attacks is like spinning around like with the weapons and everything, and like Jue does that
and that's
too.
what Jue,
in the
yeah, yeah.
movement.
So that's yeah. So, so it's cool that they made a lot of those connections and stuff, and then because it's like the Havoc form is from the Crownless and everything, right? Which they kind of talked
More like
about.
the Dreamless, the side girl.
Oh right,
Which
the Scythe.
when we fight, yeah. That's why like we have the side, and like when we fight them, like we grow wings.
Right,
Like
right.
the wings, I think fits like Crownless. Well, Crownless does have wings too. So like yeah, it's kind of like Crownless / Dreamless. But yeah, they definitely make a lot of like connections between the echo, like the echoes that we have to use, and like the character. But
Which is cool that like Abby is like now like it's gonna be weird how they try to introduce her, like, or them, I guess. But like I do like how Abby was like, they weren't like a Paimon, right? They only showed up at the
they were
beginning and stuff.
so much better. Like they still yap, but like they don't yap as much, and like what they yapping are not like a repeat of like what we were talking about before.
Right. And they have the classic like, you know, like the mini companion like being like, "Oh, I'm super tough and I'm super, super awesome and everything, and you know, worship me," sort of thing. Which, what was Abby the reason why they went with Abby was because they kept saying like, absolutely not or something. Was that the? I kind of like accidentally skipped over that part of to why they chose the name, but I think it's like it was supposed to be absolutely, right.
I think it was supposed to be another title that was like so cringy, but like I think like when Rover said Abby, I think the name was similar to like what they used to name it back like in the past.
Okay.
Because like Abby said like it was that name sounds like kind of like familiar, and like I feel like I have a connection with that name, so let's go with that. That's like what they said. Actually, is Abby a
now one thing I didn't
girl?
one thing that I didn't know is that was interesting with Abby and even Jue was that they both have 2 resonator marks in them. I guess actually Abby has 3 looking at the photos now, but Jue had like 2 on the sides, and then Abby has like 2 in each of her eyes and then 1 on her forehead.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So it's like I wonder
if it just resembles just like that. It's like a tacit discord of sort. I don't know.
I don't
Is
know.
it
Well,
possible?
like I wonder if it's just like showing off their power and stuff, right? Because they were saying that like it's weird for echoes to speak, but they speak a lot more in other countries and everything.
Yeah,
so
it's uncommon. It's rare, but like it still exists. So like Abby is like it's special but not unique, not the only one that speaks. What's rare about Abby is that like it speaks a lot and fluently. I think.
right. But it's like I just wonder if like the amount of like the resonator marks and stuff like matters, or tacit marks. Because maybe
We've
that'll
yet
show
to
like their
see,
power.
but like it would make sense what you said, because if you remember, Sanhua has like their tacit mark on the eye.
Right,
like,
right.
Like so that means like eye can also be part of like of the body parts that you can have tacit marks on. Like Abby has 3. So yeah. I think I remember about like the pot. I think like in the earlier conversation, I don't know if you only skip some part of it, or if you skip the whole part of like the conversation when they talk about like how Abby comes into existence. But like they did mention like I think like Abby's old name might be like Abraxas or something.
Praxis. I don't know if I remember that. I do remember.
Yeah, because like they have mention of that name. I don't know if that refers to like Rover back then or like if that refers to Abby. I don't remember the exact conversation, but I just know that name pops out.
I think it's because they were talking about like, weren't they trying to classify certain echoes and stuff? So I think they might have. But I think I remember what you're talking about. So you're right in that there might be some connection there too. And then there was something. Oh, what was I going to say with? Oh, there was something else. Oh, it completely skipped my mind. Oh well, we'll just continue talking and then.
I don't blame you. Story is kind of short.
It is like. And we both haven't done the new companion quest either, so.
I mean, they just dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday or like the day before, and I was at work, so like, not like I can do it immediately. But
so we can talk about that. But it's like the companion quests I've usually felt pretty good. Like they've usually been better than the main story.
Yeah, and like when you said earlier that Changli seems to have like a change of heart between like the image that you have of her and like the impression you get on the mission, maybe it'll be explained in the story quest because like this is about her. The story quest, right. The character story is about her, so it's possible that like you get to see a side of her, just like when you see like Jian's quest like story, and like
his one was really good.
Yinlin. Yeah. But I think like I personally think that like it's not perfect, but I think they did the story quest like the main quest better this time, because like they give us new information and like a way to know immediately what it means, because like I think usually like a lot of the conversation that you have on like the new 1.1 story allows you to like ask for explanation right after. So like for example, when they start talking about like mentioning something new, you like usually you'll have the dialogue option to be like, oh, like what is this that you just like spoke of, and they would explain like that, which like really helps like in understanding the story, because like when you first play the game, they give you all these new names and like without the explanation. So I think that's a good direction at the very least, I think. Like, but you're not wrong. The way they deliver like Abby is kind of awkward. Is like like of course we saw it shows up in the end of like the 1.0 like missions. Like after the Dreamless fight, like it does show like Abby does show up and like we know its form, but suddenly now it starts talking and like being friendly with everyone. It's like we lost a couple of chapters right in between there.
It was, I think it was just so much more that it was like they're like, oh yeah, we've been to this, we've done all this stuff, like because the 1.1 ended so weirdly, right? Because it's like we had this big fight and then our characters just sitting in the theater like randomly, right? And then it's like, oh no, we actually ended up going to the medical facility, we got checked out and all this other stuff, but it's like, but we did it all off screen, which was very weird.
Yeah. But I wonder if that also has to do with the fact that they they ended up having to like ship all of this like quicker.
Oh, maybe.
Because like I remember that when they push up like the patch up, like a lot of people seems to like say that it's because like Honkai Star Rail is doing an update and like Genshin is also doing like a ZZZ, like I think it was for
ZZZ was the main thing, right? Was the
yeah, and I think like that would make sense business wise, but also like they did mention about how like some of the fixes that they were trying to do was really big, and like they don't want to like have people download big files multiple times. So like I think in this case they are like sacrificing some lore in favor of like fixing technical problems, I think.
Okay.
Because like as I said before, they fix a lot, like they re-record a lot of the voice lines. They updated like a lot of the typos that they had in the previous game. Even some of the voice line in the like the character menu, for example, like in the rover character menu, like it used to have some problem. It used to have some weird perks. So like if you should go to like the character for rover.
Okay. Yeah.
And then but yours is the girl one, isn't it? It might be
was
different
it?
than mine, because mine is the male one.
Okay.
Like
okay.
it had like they have the AFK like voice lines, I
I
think.
can hear it clearer now.
But I like for the girls, I know they change a lot, especially in the cutscenes. I don't know if they changed like the voice line in the menu here. But I do know like I think I saw a video in Twitter about how like in the cutscenes, like when they were doing the I think the Scar mission, like the Scar, well, when they were trying to capture Scar, I think was it.
Oh yeah. And she's like, take
well, like,
this or
yeah.
something, or it's like
Like her screams went from like emotionless to like straight up like with more punch
okay.
and like more emotions.
That's
and,
good
like,
because that was the big thing that people kept.
Yeah.
Do they have any new things for?
I think that if they had gone with being emotionless, they should have made like they could go either way, honestly, because like they can either go like the ones that they did right now, because the face shows emotion, so like they should have like an emotional like voice line, or they could have fixed the face and have it less emotion.
Let's take it slow.
So like that way, like it suits the voice, right? So like you're not going anywhere, but like the face does show like that they're not like agitated or stuff. But anyway, what I was trying to point out, in the male rover at least, when you check the AFK voice line, sometimes they have that. Sometimes when you're like not moving, they would talk, right? The character.
Right.
And like in the previous version, in the 1.0, when you do that, there's like this voice line where it has like a lot of lines, but he stopped midway and then he stopped talking. He just cuts out immediately. It's like the voice line is gone. And like I think they fixed it. I forgot how they fixed it actually. I might have to like open the game to actually remember. But like I think either they fixed it by like changing the voice, like the subtitles, or like they fixed it by like re-recording the thing. But like it fits way more now.
Yeah, because
and they did a lot of like those small stuff.
The female does have one that's very long. The other two are just like
yeah. It's
And
the
then,
one
like-
that just this is the testament of like my something.
yeah.
And like
Yep.
It's very much my
and like in the male version, they stop at like the bearing witness.
Okay.
So like I think I remember now. Yeah, they finished the whole line now. So like bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey, they actually finished the line. Because like at first, like when you say bearing witness, and then suddenly like the recording cuts out,
Right.
and I'm like, oh, okay.
But nice.
But
So
yeah, they did. They
that's
did a
really
lot
good
of
that they went back and fixed that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of makes me wish I could go back and see it, just because I would love to do that. But
Experience the game in a better way. I don't blame you.
But that's good. That's good.
Yeah. I think the new area is also really good despite its size.
I'm so glad that they don't have like, even though it's cold and they have like the little frost stuff on the side of the screen, that they don't do like a frost meter like they did in Genshin.
Like in Dragon's Spine, you mean?
Right,
A lot of people seems to
yeah.
hate that. But I personally think that if they're not gonna do anything with the frost effect, they shouldn't put it so big in the screen, because like it covers like one fourth of
It
your
is
screen.
kind of annoying because it does block up.
If it's not doing anything, because like if it's affecting you like Genshin does, it makes sense for you to like give like a big visual effects to show people, hey, you're freezing now, get to somewhere warm. But like if it's not doing anything, if it's just for visual, it shouldn't be like obstructing my vision. That's what I'm thinking. But like, you know, what else in the new area?
Have you gotten any
Oh,
of the new
the-
like echoes and stuff, or?
Oh yeah, of course. I already completed like the the data bang, obviously. But the one that I hated is like in the Jue like the Jue fight. is really cool, but like when I'm grinding it, like the only thought that crosses my mind was that I wish I have like a gun character leveled up so I can actually shoot this goddamn thing. Keeps flying away, and I'm like, I'm missing all of it. Like if I didn't have Jinzi, I would have had a hard time fighting it.
I haven't tried
Because
to
it
do.
keeps flying. You should try do it with a Calcharo or something and see how you can hit it.
Yeah, it's like I haven't tried doing the fight outside of the, just the story mode fight, but I could see that
really?
being very annoying.
You haven't done the grind? Like the
No,
not
not
You
yet.
don't have Jinzi, so you don't have to. Right. But yeah, if you have Jinzi, you can hit way more than when you like if you just have like good old melee character. Like my other characters were like Jiangxin and like Calcharo. Doesn't go well. Like there's only certain like certain attacks where you can actually hit back, and like the rest of it is just like it's flying way above you. So like you'll actually need a gun, honestly, if you want to win. If you want to win in like a fast manner, of course, like eventually you can win. You just have to keep dodging and like hitting it. But it's gonna take such a long time. It's gonna be such a chore if people don't have like attack with ranges. Like I don't know, like even something like Encore would have been much better. Still wish for a gun though. Gun would have
gun.
made everything so much better. Yeah, if I leveled up Chisha or something.
We need a new gun like, because Chishi's the only like gun character
Chisha
that
and
we already
Alto.
have. Oh, Auto, yeah. But like we need a 5-star one.
And then Mortify.
Oh, he uses a gun. Okay, I barely.
Mortify is gonna be doing really great with Jinzi because like the follow-up attack basically.
He was just a really
I
good
don't know.
unit in general, wasn't he?
He's really good for the follow-up attack. I don't know what it's called in like WuWa actually, but like I know that it follows like for
It's
every
like his
second,
o-
like it's kind of like Yinlin.
Yeah, it's like his ultimate where it's like he does extra like attacks or something whenever.
Yeah, extra attack every like 0.35 seconds. So like 1 second, like in 1 second you can get up to like give or take 3 hits, which is really good for Jinzi. Because like Jinzi needs a lot of like other elements attacking, so to like increase her forte bar. Because like that's a lot, like that's where a lot of like her damage comes from, like the bar.
Okay, gotcha.
It's kind of crazy. Like have you seen? Oh, I should have shown you my. I sent you a picture of my Jinzi, right? It does like so much damage.
I think you sent me like a screenshot of it doing a lot of damage. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, like almost 150 damage.
Yeah, that was like that was the old one. It's like at 200 something now.
So you got even better.
Yep. And like that comes from the bar. Like without the bar, like if the bar is like empty and like I do the same move, it does like less than half of the damage probably. Because like the buff is like per points on that bar, it increases the percentage of the damage, I think. I think it's like 30 or 40% damage per points, and like you can get up to like 50 points in that bar. Which is like a couple thousand% basically. It can even do more like than the ultimate, like the liberation.
Yeah, it looks really strong though.
It really does.
Right.
I honestly didn't regret getting the character. I do want Changli though. I love Big Boba.
Yeah. Dude, her opening was like, or her draw animation was great. When you actually do like get her from the pool.
Like the animation that she has on the combat, I think is better than Jinzi. But like Jinzi is like, for example, like when she finished her attack animation and like she starts walking down from the sky, like from the sky, or like when like you pull for her, for example, like I think the animation is way better on Jinzi for that one.
Okay.
It's like she has the dragon and like like there's just so much things going on. As for Changli, I think like when you pull Changli, you get like her playing chess basically. Which is
Right,
like she
right.
looks hot and all, but like it's
She does.
less compelling than like Jinxie when like she straight up like pulls out a dragon out of nowhere and starts sitting on it.
Let me see if I can pull up. Because I think I screenshotted when I grabbed her.
Yeah, I screenshotted mine too actually. Let me see. Yeah, let me see if I can grab mine. Like when I got her.
But yeah, it's like she's playing and then she just shows up. So let me. Oh. I need to learn how to take just. What's the keybind for just taking one monitor screen? Yeah, because I always
so you do Windows Shift S, and then there should show up like a small bar on the top of your screen. You pick the window snip. It just basically takes picture of like your window, whatever window it is. So like if it's a game, then it takes photo of like the whole game. If it's browser, it takes photo of the whole browser.
But yeah, it's like this photo is very nice though. When, or I should say that like when you do draw her, it's very.
Yeah, here the one that I got. Actually,
Oops.
let me see yours and I'll see mine.
Yeah, let me put it into the.
This is the one that you. Oh, are you gonna send me the picture?
Yeah,
Or are you
I'll
gonna-
send it into the chat.
Okay. Okay.
But there you go.
Oh, yeah. That's like that's like every picture that my friend gave to me when they got their fucking Changli, and like here I am with my Spectro Changli with flowers and everything.
With fun.
Yeah. This is the one from Jinxie. That's like her intro, like the animation that you get. Like it zooms out
Oh,
when,
I see what
when it got the dragon.
Mm.
And then let me see. And then when you finally get to like the name and the 5-star, it's like this. Which is like really cool, honestly. I think it's cooler than Changli. Personally, like that animation, that full animation. Yeah, and like some of the attack animation, like I don't know how to do it consistently, but like there are points where like I think if you don't fly too high with Jinxie, and then when you finish her animation with the dragon, she would start walking in the sky, kind of like what she did in like the cutscenes and all.
Oh, she can just walk in the sky.
Yeah, she
or-
just descend in from the from the like because like she's floating when like she does the attacks, right? And she would just like descend slowly, walking in the air.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And like gracefully stops. Like it's just like there's like a certain like grace to it, and I really like that.
But yeah, so
But I think you probably wouldn't pay attention to this, but I think the music is also better on like the new area. Believe it or not.
yeah, I'm not a
Because,
huge like I don't notice the music.
Yeah, you
so-
don't notice it. Like if it's bad, you'll notice. If it's
Right,
good,
right,
you
right.
usually wouldn't notice it, right?
Right.
I think the song is somewhat better in a way that like I actually notice it.
I do like so I'm like listening to I do like the humming that I'm hearing in the background just of the area.
Like the one that like when you're not in combat.
Right.
It's like the one that Changli sings to us like when we
Oh,
Came
that's
into the
true. She
island, is
does
it
sing a
not?
song to us. Yeah.
yeah.
I
think it's the
forgot
same
about
song, I
that.
think.
Okay.
But like yeah, the song actually is serene. Well, I think I saw a lot of people saying that too, that like the song actually is like really peaceful and like calming. Because like a lot of the songs in the previous area, like in the main area, is usually has this like catchy upbeat kind of like sound to it. Like it has this modern touch to it. So like in the new area, it's like purely like kind of like instrument like calming instrument, but like for like but like in the old area, it has like this like electronic music to it. So that's what people are saying. I personally somewhat agree that like I like some of this the song in the previous area is good. Like I really like the one in the Norval Baron. I think that's like the final
Right,
area
the
for the
fighting
final
area?
boss. Yeah, it's actually really cool. But I also think like the music in the new area seems to be going in the better
All
direction.
yours. You're welcome.
I think it fits with the whole theme of of like everything was stopped in time, right? So having a
Yeah.
more peaceful soundtrack
Yeah.
makes sense.
That is also like such a good moment when you came in and like everything stops.
Right,
When you
right,
came to
right.
the area the first time and Hongchen and like everything is just like stopping like mid action. I think I personally
thank
find
you,
that
Air.
really cool.
So
And
welcome,
it's like
welcome.
something
Thanks for
I don't
stopping
think
by.
I see it that often, if at all, in Genshin, where like they change a certain area that much. They have to like, because I haven't played Genshin that far, so I cannot say what they did in the other chapters, right? But I do know like they never do, like for example like in WuWa, like with Hongchen, when before you finish the mission you can kind of explore and like the whole city is gonna be like stop and like freeze, and like if you
Oh, I
finish
see
the
what you're saying.
mission it turns into like a bustling like living city, right?
Yeah, I don't remember anything like that really happening in Genshin. But that's a good point, because I never really did explore, because I was trying to go through it quickly to catch up for essentially
That's
for
fair.
the stream. But but that's a good idea, like, because that kind of reminds me of some of the old like MMOs that I would play, where they would have like phasing, they would call it, where it's like you would do a zone and then you do some sort of quest and then everything would be like kind of different.
Would change.
So that's
Yeah.
very cool that they do that here.
Yeah, actually, they do that in almost all areas, right? Because like in the first game, you can have this like exploration quest that changed the whole map, like the whole region. For example, like with the fire city, like the city that's like burning. Like if you finish the mission, the fire is gone, and like you can actually step on the grass without getting burned. And
Yeah,
like
so-
the floating city comes like it's reachable now.
Like, so somebody did
would-
mention the fact that in Genshin they did have like the Jade Palace like falling, but then you do bring it back later on, so it's kind of it sort of changes but not really.
It doesn't really, because it doesn't change the landscape of the. It's less of changing it and more of adding something new, because like the Jade Palace was there, and they removed it with the storyline, and then
They brought
down
it back.
the line
Yeah.
they brought it back. And it's like it's not even something new. It's just like re-adding old things basically. Meanwhile, like in WuWa, like they changed the temp. Like you can actually change the environment. Like the poison swamp is no longer poisonous after you finish the quest.
Right. I'm trying to remember, because I know Inazuma, I think, did have some stuff where it's like the islands like weren't
That might be
inhab-
possible. I think the one that like has that Raiden was like covered in like the storm and everything. It's possible. Like I haven't finished Inazuma, so I wouldn't know. But like it's
well, it's like
possible,
it's not
because,
even
like,
if you do Inazuma, because you have to. That's all on like side quest stuff that I haven't even done really. But it's like I don't think it's like. It still doesn't remind me exactly of WuWa though, because it's like WuWa you could still explore that stuff. It's just more dangerous, right, to do it. Whereas like I think in Genshin it's like you don't even have access to the area until
it's
you
a
do.
close-in barrier.
Right.
I remember now. Yeah, I did see that area in Inazuma. Yeah, like I find it really fun.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very, like, I'm actually looking forward to doing the exploration quests for this area, because I haven't done that one yet, but I really thought the original ones were very cool, so.
Yeah, I find it really cool that you can actually have an impact on the environment like that. Like, of course, some of them kind of takes away from like the game itself, because like at first like you're really scared of like exploring the fire, like I forgot the name, Huifei or something, like the fire city, because like whenever you step on the grass, like it damages you, right? But like, and then like suddenly it turns into like this normal area with like some flying rubbles.
Hmm.
It
But
takes
I
like
was-
the unique aspect of the game, I think, because we're doing that.
But then like some areas like this, the tree, like becomes
Poison
so
swamp?
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, because like when you after you get rid of like the poison, it turns into like the flowers start blooming and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
But personally, I think that's something unique that they do,
mm.
and then like that Genshin didn't do. So like they're innovating in that part, I think.
Yeah, no, I would say the exploring the world in Wuthering Waves is a lot more fun, I think,
It
than
is.
in like Genshin. It's just a lot easier to travel and stuff too.
Yeah,
Although
well, I mean, you have infinite stamina. That would help
yeah.
a lot. Let me open my WuWa, so
Although I do want to try giving like the latest patch in Genshin a try, because I think it's their summer event. So like I've heard the new world looks really cool and stuff. So, but at the same time, it's like I haven't played Genshin in forever, so it'll
that's
be
true.
interesting.
You even
going
have
back.
I mean, you'll have access to it. You're just gonna be
Mhm.
confused in some parts because I think now Genshin allows you to like get into the event even without finishing the main quest.
Right.
But you will like you will kind of like get kind of spoiled in some way because like the characters that you never met in the game will show up.
Nah, that's okay.
I mean, it depending on like how much you care about the story and like what kind of story you're getting spoiled. Because like for example, if in the main story the character seems like they're dead and then you meet them in the summer,
Right.
it kind of spoils the experience, right?
True. Although I think in this the summer event, it's with characters I've already seen so far. Like it has Navia and Scaramouche.
Oh,
So it's
that
like
works out great for you then.
Hmm.
I haven't
Although-
met Navi yet, so I wouldn't know.
Actually, it's not Scaramouche. It's the Wanderer.
Oh, because so like after like his reform form.
Yeah. Have I not?
Yeah.
I swear I've done this. And not Navia, the whatever the dancer girl was called. I forget what her name.
Oh, Nilo. Was it Nilo?
Yeah.
I think the one from like
Nilu, or yeah, Nilu.
Nilu. I think that's how people say it. I don't know. English is hard, guys.
No, it's just it's definitely a different name. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like because she has a special like outfit this time for the summer event.
Oh, that's true. She did. I forgot they do that in summer event.
Hmm.
I trust you can use it to the full.
Although hers isn't free. It's the cat lady, which I'm not even sure that I have, is free.
Cat. I forgot what was the cat. I know the cat lady that you're talking about, but like.
So it's like she's a newer one that has like this. She turns into like a a box. I think for her skill. Like so she can like travel around, but she like turns into a box with like a cat tail and everything. It's
what?
very yeah.
That sounds like that sounds less like
Kirara?
Genshin and more
Yeah.
like
Snake.
Metal Gear Solid or something. Okay,
Hmm.
I think, yeah. But
But yeah, it's like
I don't know if we talk about this before, but I think one of the reasons WuWa exploration is much more satisfying is because of the reward too. Like you just get straight up more from like their chests and
True,
stuff. So like
true.
you got more motivation to look for them because it actually matters. Like you can Genshin has like 100 chests that gives you like 1 Primo Gem each.
right, and then I feel like the completion rewards are much better too, because like when you go to the Jinzhou and you can
Yeah, you can
Talk to
claim
that
some
person.
prizes from like
right, and it's like
Exploring.
I feel like that's actually it's a pretty good amount. Like
It is way more substantial just because of like how much you're getting from each chest. I think like you get like 5, 10, 20 depending on like the rarity of the chest, and that's definitely impactful. You still need a lot of them, like if you're getting like the 5 Primo Gems 5 Astride, but like definitely better than seeing one.
right.
What about the
Those are
Mount
hard to
Firmament?
find.
Oh, I find it really unique. The onsen thing, where like you can regenerate health
Of course.
by going into the onsen, like the hot
Oh,
the hot
really?
bath. Yeah. So like if your health is like low, you can go into the onsen. It'll give you like a buff that regens your health and everything.
And
Which I find
that in the
really
new?
interesting. Yeah, it's in the new region.
Okay.
But also at the same time, it's just like it's a gimmick, kinda, because like that's all you can do. Like it's not like you can hang out with the other character. It's not like another game where you can like hang out with a character like go to hot bath or something. It's just like when you dip into the water that is like hot, your character regens.
That's cool. Like, where would the on? Oh, it's probably one of these.
You just find like a body.
Oh,
of
did I just
water
walk
that's,
into
like,
a?
The Weiqi pieces were scattered.
Oh,
Yeah, I just
you
walked into a
the
cutscene.
quest.
Calm.
Oh no, you walked into the Chong-Li
He
quest
said gently
cutscene.
to the woodcutter.
Oh, is that what this
"Shouldn't
is? Is the
you be heading
Chong-Li
down the
like?
mountain?"
Yeah.
I hated this with Genshin too. It's like I just want to explore. Don't randomly get me into another quest or
As he
something.
glanced at the
Don't
sky,
get
the
too
woodcutter
close
was
to the
shocked
mission
to see how much
area.
time had
Here, you know what?
passed.
I'll just close it out, and then I'll open up because I know we also wanted to talk about Zen the Zone 0 for a little bit. So, but before
Yeah,
we
that's
do,
true.
is there anything else that you want to bring up with Withering Waves or?
I kind of wish the boss you can just straight up TP to the boss instead of like the waypoint.
Can you not? I
Because
thought
like you
could
can
TP.
no
to
you
some of
you
them.
can do it with Scar. That's the only character you can do it with.
Really?
Like
Okay,
if
I
you
didn't notice
if
that,
you wanna
like-
yes. So wait, actually no. Actually, you can do it with the Dreamless too. So like if you go to the Dreamless,
Mhm.
you can go to fast travel immediately, and then if you do the Scar, you can do it immediately. But like
But you can't do it with
Jue.
really.
So that's the weird thing because like it makes sense you cannot do it with the giant turtle because the giant turtle is a field boss.
right.
So like it's a field like high level boss. It makes sense you cannot.
It also
TP
has
to
a.
it.
It has a thing really close by too. So
Yeah no like I'm not talking well that's like the thing is like it's not about like how close it is to like the waypoint. It's about like
Mhm.
every enemy that has a special arena to it, you can fast travel to, except this one.
I see. It's all about the
'Cause, like,
arena and
yeah.
stuff. Gotcha.
Yeah, because like the Scar and like the Dreamless fight is like you're fighting in like a special arena, right? And then you can TP to their waypoint immediately, kind of like how you do with the domains and stuff. But like for Jue, for some reason, you have to TP to like a waypoint and then climb up. And I'm like, what?
I could see that being annoying. Like,
Like, why is it like different from everyone else? Like, what's wrong with Jue? So I think there's that. I'm still waiting for like the update for the maps to have like layers, like kind of like what Genshin did.
oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw that they sort of tried to do that a little bit, but
Yeah,
not.
they said they already got it work like they're already working on it. It's just like it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be done by the time 1.1 comes out. So they're gonna do it for just for the new map for now.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because the new map has so many like the new map has more areas underground. I think that was their reasoning. Oh, speaking of like new area, remember like when you play the quest and like the water like stops and everything? I really like that aspect of the mission
Oh, that was.
where like you can control time and stuff.
And since the water was frozen, you could just like walk on top of it, right?
Yeah,
That was pretty
no,
cool.
that's really cool. This is it's also like one of the aspect of Genshin. It's the same as like the map changing, like environment changing effect that we talked about earlier, right? Like it's that like you can affect the environment so much in this game compared to like something like Genshin.
I agree, and that was it was very cool to see. Like, and some of the puzzles were fun too. Like,
Yeah.
especially like trying to unlock all this stuff. I just thought it was annoying where it's like, oh, we've got to go and do this and everything. It's like, yeah, I know, we've already done this like twice or 3 times already. So just let me be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah. But like, I don't know what else. The story overall is okay. Some of them they did better than before, but like it's still not. It's still somewhat cliche. I think. Like I can still predict like how the story gonna go. Like it's not like
Definitely,
Honkai
and
Star
it's-
Rail where like it leaves you like asking question. Like you can theorize, but like you cannot be sure about like what it's gonna go. But like in this game, you can kind of like your theory is like most likely is right already.
And we're already like God, right? Like
Yeah, where
like
God
we're the
lost its
savior.
memory.
If,
I mean, at least they confirm it early on, like you know.
true. It's not like
Meanwhile, in Genshin, they were like, "Oh, it's the Traveler. Like we're famous, but not that like we're famous, we're strong, but not that famous, not that strong. You know, a lot of people heard about us, but also a lot of people don't know about us. It's like this weird limbo on like Genshin, I think, of like between being strong and like being
You know where to find me.
famous and not."
But yeah, so it's like I'm interested to see where they'll take the story and what they want to do with it. Like, because there's potential, and I'm willing to give it a shot. They've just got to work on the storytelling a little bit.
They certainly do. Like I a lot of people seems to be praising like
Come back next
the
time,
Punishing
dear.
Grey Raven stories. So
Well, but the interesting
hopefully, if
thing
they
is
take
like,
that, yeah.
I was just gonna say the interesting thing with that though is that I heard that story was really bad at the beginning too, and
Yeah.
it wasn't until much later that it actually became good.
Well,
So-
hopefully they get it better faster
Quicker.
this time
Yes.
with the experience and all, because like they're already going in the right direction. Like they can still they can still use some polish, as she said, like especially in the storytelling department. Like the story itself, it may be cliche, but it's like it's not that it's bad or anything. So they could definitely improve on like the storytelling department, like actually show us the important parts and bits. Like don't gloss it over
Right.
like some 1 or 2 paragraph explanation when we could actually you give us like it doesn't even have to be animated. They can just give us like cutscenes of like Baiji checking us, and then like Abby popping out and then like starts like talking with Baiji and everything. Like it can be like a still picture, like kind of like what some like Genshin does sometimes, right? And it would have been fine. Would have been way better than just like hearing them talk about it.
Yes. Although it's interesting because I do want to bring up, because you were talking about the voice stuff. It's like I did notice that Yang did seem to sound a little different. I wonder if that's a change in direction, because I know a lot of people didn't. They didn't like her at first.
I don't know.
So.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't like Yang because I think Yang voice fits her fine.
I think her
personally.
voice was fine. It's the way they wrote her character that was bad. Like not. I think the voice actor was perfectly fine.
Well, that's because they did some major changes. So like I think
Right.
from what I've read, Yang was supposed to be our Paimon. So before Abby shows up, so Abby is like
Okay.
an add-on kind of. So like at first like Yang was like that's why Yang was with us the whole time, because like technically she was supposed to be our Paimon that like helps explains things to us and everything, and like that's what she did basically, right? But then because of like this
Only handle technical
rewriting and
matters.
everything, like she's kind of there explaining, but like she's all like I don't know, like she has this weird role after from like the leftover from like the previous writing, so like it kind of
Only handle
do
technical
her a
Gotcha.
disservice, I think. But I personally really like the voice. I think the voice changed slightly. Not that I would notice. Maybe the vibe was slightly different, especially like in the later on, like in the main quest, because like after meeting her, like I think she's much more like you can tell she's still like somewhat like calm and like I don't want to say emotionless, because like I was about to like describe her like a bit happy. But like
it definitely seemed different. But at the same time, we also didn't get much time with her too. So we'll have to see. But yeah. So,
yeah, I mean,
Yep,
well,
yep.
that's what I'm wondering. Like, if they change her role and she's no longer our like guide, like Paimon, does that mean like she's gonna stay? Because like if you've seen like the story so far, it's always like they're talking to us as if we're gonna leave, right? Like we are going to like eventually leave
Oh,
Jinzhou
true.
to like go to their area. The problem is that like will Yang Yang follow us? Because like if she was a guide in the previous version of the game, iteration of the game, then she should have followed us until like, you know, because like she gotta explain everything to us like Paimon did.
That's a good point because she
But,
had a job too, doesn't she? She can't just
yeah,
like
because like she works. Yeah, she works as like Jinzhou, like midnight. I don't know.
The Midnight
Defender or
Rangers, yeah.
something. Midnight Rangers, yeah. And like Chisha too. Like so, like what? Both of them are like Chisha has been shown to like leave us for jobs at
Oh
times.
yeah. She's like, I got
In the
she's
quest,
actually
yeah,
a
I gotta do the
responsible
patrol.
adult. She's a
Yeah. And like meanwhile, Yang Yang is just like, oh, I'm a Midnight Ranger, but guess what? I don't gotta do my job.
right,
I'm gonna be
right.
here with you all the time.
So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Although I don't know if we'll end up going to a new zone for a while, but actually,
That's
I wonder
true.
how
We
they'll
don't know
handle
how
that.
long it'll take.
Yeah, because you know they could completely do things differently from Genshin, so we'll have
That's
to see.
possible. I don't think they would do anything too
I think
like,
they
too,
they
like,
should. I
big.
feel like they should wait a little bit.
They should polish.
Right, get
what
their
well,
footing. Right, right.
Yeah. I think it doesn't. It would be fine if they like maybe like 1.4, maybe like add like not 1.3, 1.4, maybe added another new area like Mount Firmament, maybe as part of like the storyline. For example, like the Black Shores headquarter, maybe.
Oh yeah, because that could be just like an island or something.
Yeah, because like that's I think they describe it as like it's a separate like individual island or something like private island, right? So like it makes sense like if you can add it like, you know, it's a new area for people to explore. Maybe new echoes, because like obviously like if we're not getting new areas, I don't think like introducing new echoes will be hard, which means like it's like at some point people are gonna be getting bored with the exploration, because like once you explore everything, like it's just gonna be like Genshin, like you're gonna get into the game and then get into the domain and then locked off.
Whoops, I totally forgot to change my Twitch stuff. So I was actually, I just realized I was streaming in the Baldur's Gate stuff.
Oh wow, he's playing Baldur's Gate, guys. Look at that sweet waifu from the Baldur's Gate. Look at that Baldur's Gate character is like sitting on the couch right now. I didn't even know phone exists in Baldur's Gate.
That'd be crazy if it did.
Echo's materials are fairly slow. R is is so correct. Yeah, it's way better now. I think they doubled the what you get. So like I think it went from like 1 to 4 XP to like 2 to 8 now. I think like for the Echo upgrading, like it could still be a bit better, especially for how much like stamina. But like remember last time we debated about how much stamina it should use. I personally think like the stamina right now is fine. They just need to increase the reward even more.
Right.
I think they should make it from like instead of like 2 to 8, maybe they should increase it to like I'd say like 4 to 8. So like make the base number way bigger, so like people don't get shit out like I did. Like I only get like 2 or 3 each time. For like 60 stamina, because like I think the stamina part is gonna affect how much longer people have to spend time like grinding in this game. Because like if you have it 60, like you can finish it in 4 plays.
Exactly,
right?
It's super. Which is probably.
And if it's yeah.
And I'm gonna say that I think that's a good thing to let people, have their own, like have a side game and finish stuff early, and then you like. It's good to let people take breaks from your game, I guess is the thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Nothing else comes in mind, I think. I don't know. I've been missing. I've been playing so many games now.
Right.
Between,
I'll say like
this.
Weathering the new stuff for Weathering Waves came out. It's just a very bad time because I was also playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14 and then also a little bit of Zenless too. So
Yeah,
So I think-
you clearly been playing Zenless a lot more now, because like, look at that, his level is like 22.
I'm still.
Like
I
that's
feel like
like
I'm pretty
double
far
my level.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, look at
you're
this.
far. You're
Wine's
far.
almost like twice my.
Yeah, no, like that's like way far. Because like my friend, when he was playing like last week or something, he was 28 already. So like you're pretty far behind. I wouldn't like. But at the same time, I think the story, like there isn't much story to the game right now, right? I think some people like said like 40 hours of gameplay or something. I doubt that's like the whole. I doubt like that's like when they're talking about Zenless like has 40 hours. I doubt that's just like the main story. Has 40 hours. I'm pretty sure that's like including like the side activities and everything.
Gotcha. Like I've only done the first chapter, but I really liked it. Like. I don't know, I feel like for me, it's like I really love the feel that this game has. Like it has a lot of like personality, and then it also there's something about it that makes me like feel like I'm actually playing like a video game rather than like a gacha game, if you know what I mean. Like it feels like almost like I'm playing like Persona or something for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely. I never played Persona, but like the moment I see the overworld part, like when like you walk as the character and stuff, I immediately like think of a Persona. So I think they took a big like inspiration from that. At the same time, like I agree with my friend when he said that like this game is kind of boring because like the thing is with Zenless is that like they advertise this game as like a combat focused game.
Yeah, which is
right. Like like a lot of the trailer that they gave us is about the combat, but like the combat is so far few in between, especially if you play the story. It's mostly like the board game with the TVs and stuff.
Yeah, because like I feel like a lot of people are expecting this game to be like the Weathering Waves like combat like super intensive, but I feel like this is more like a combat spectacle, like something more like Bayonetta or maybe even like Devil May Cry, where it's just like you're just doing fun, crazy stuff because it looks cool and everything, not necessarily because it's like hard, in-depth like combat.
See, with those games, you have the combat a lot,
right? And I think this one's probably, I think that's where it's like they combine that with Persona, because you know Persona always has a very slow start. Like, because you got to go,
from what I've
through
seen,
the story,
it really
and it's like you got to do all this. So it's like I think they definitely is like it's a JRPG with spectacle fighting on the side, you know.
Yeah, with some like action hack and slash.
But
like that's the thing but that's the thing. Like you're right that and that's the way they designed the game, but they set a different expectation when they show the trailer, and it's always all about like how smooth the combat and you can dodge and parry and all of that. And then you play the game and like that's like what like maybe like 30-40% of the game, and like the other 60% is like me walking on the streets talking to NPC, ordering some food from like the noodle shop.
Yep, and then eventually
and like scratching cards,
coffee and everything.
Eventually, and then you eventually get into the board game where you have to like walk around with it like on these TVs.
Which I haven't found that to be too. I know some people find that really annoying. Like I haven't found it too bad yet, but I'm waiting to see when I get to the part of like the gameplay where it's like you just repeat that part over and over again. Because I'm sure that's eventually like gonna happen, and then I could see it becoming a pain.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Because like it's gonna like I think the end game has like 2 modes. I think was it. One of them is like the usual spiral abyss, like you're fighting enemies and you're there's a timer that you have to like beat.
Oh, welcome Himuro. Thank you for stopping by.
Because like I personally didn't really like because they set the wrong expectation. Because like when I first saw the trailer that they showed, it was like the Fawn Lycon, I think, like the wolf guy.
Oh yeah,
it was like this like arena, and you were fighting and hitting and everything, and like you're dodging, and like wow, like I kind of like that's what I've been waiting from Genshin, right? Like being able to like perfect dodge, parry and stuff, which is like what WuWa ended up switching at Edge. with like the whole parry and like touch thing, and then like this game shows up and like the yeah, I mean the combat is exactly what advertised. It's just not as much.
I will say
It's just the game is not about the combat anymore.
I will say the animations that this game has is really great. Like I love seeing whenever they do the cutscenes and like, 'cause there was this one character.
Yes.
Like actually, that's a good thing I want to bring up. Like, I think Zenless Zone Zero is doing a great job of showing what future characters are, because there have been so many new characters that, like, I don't know if I can even show them, but like they've already like shown like a whole new faction that of like characters you can get and everything, and it's like I'm looking forward to like what the future holds, because these characters look really cool. Let's see, with it being the workbench, I don't know where I would see them, but actually, it might be in. We're gonna see cutscenes. The video archive. Anyway, but I think they're doing a very good job with that. So.
Yeah. That's
then,
fair. But I think like the UI, in my opinion, sucks a lot.
Really? You don't like the UI?
It's so full of spectacle, and like I personally like I much prefer like for UI to be like simplistic. But like their UI is like so over the top, and like some of the buttons are like so obscure. For example, when you're setting up a party, the fucking confirm button is like on the right side of the screen.
Yeah, that I will say is kind of annoying.
So it took me so long to figure that out. I was like, where the hell is the confirm button? I just want to make my squad.
Nothing to
Yeah,
fear.
like the selections
And it turns
over
out
here.
they're like,
and then-
yeah, it's like on, and like all the buttons are like in the bottom right with the deploy and everything, and then there's the select button. It's like on the side. And like what? I love how you get stamina, free stamina through with daily true coffee. See?
Yeah, the coffee is very
like-
nice.
Speaking of this, now like I remember telling
I feel like
I
they
remember
also
telling
give-
you about playing Snowbreak, right?
Yeah.
I told you about it? Yeah.
And you've been playing after they've reworked their stuff into being more of a fan servicey one, right?
Yeah. And like I think I can start to draw some line on like the genre in general. It's like the Snowbreak seems to have a really similar way of design, which is like kind of like I think a lot of people told me that like it's similar to Honkai Impact, which is like, you know, really similar to Zenless, with like how we basically walk on this like small map, and then like you get encounters and then you fight them in the small area. And like I think that like the same system also exists in like Snowbreak, but like you can get like every day you get like this daily thing, like free stamina.
Okay.
So like that's not exactly a new system. Like I appreciate it. Like extra stamina is always welcome, especially like if it's every day, because that means you can waste all of your stamina on like.
I feel like they
like,
also
maybe
give a lot
grind.
of like rewards too in Zenless, like. Because like not only do you get free stamina, but you get a lot of stuff. Like you only really have to do like one round of things to really like kind of complete a character, at least at these early stages. So
I mean, that's just how it is with every game, right?
well,
Like,
I feel like
early
with
on,
Star
it's
Rail,
really easy
yeah,
to, like-
true. Early on, I'll wait to see what it's like later, because like I do hate like in Star Rail like having to do trace stuff like so many times just to fully unlock a character and use them. But yeah, like
See, can you autocomplete some things
in
in Zenless so far?
I don't think I haven't done anything that I've been able to autocomplete yet.
Okay, because like Snowbreak has this option where like if you're grinding for money, for example, you can just finish the game. You can finish the round once, and then after that you can just
Oh.
auto clear it if you need it. If you need
That's
the
actually
money, for
really
example.
nice.
Yeah. So it still consumes stamina. It's still the same amount of stamina. It's just like you can skip the whole grind.
Right.
It's like the combat is really short. That's what I've noticed with this arena-based game. It's like the combat is really short, and like, maybe the reason I hate Zenless more than I did with Snowbreak is that like when I came to Zenless, like I said earlier, I had the expectation of like there's gonna be more combat, and it doesn't. So like with that in mind, when I tried Snowbreak, it wasn't as bad because I already know the combat is gonna be short.
Yeah, I guess that was the thing where it was like I didn't really go into Zenless with any sort of expectations. Like I just went into it like, oh, it's a new game. The animations look cool. I'm gonna give it a try.
The animation is really solid. But like one of the things I'm also pissed about Zenless is that it's fucking 110 gigabytes.
Matters.
It's the weird thing is it's 110 gigabytes to download, but then once it like unzips everything, somehow it gets smaller, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. Because I don't think it's
really. I never checked. Let me check real quick.
Because I think it is actually smaller once you get it. It's just very weird how it has that.
Oh yeah, F57. What the fuck is going on? Did they zip some of the? Wait.
It doesn't make sense because shouldn't zipping files make them smaller?
Shouldn't
like
no, like this is gonna sound so stupid, but like did when you download the game, it's the full file, and then they zipped it after you download the game. Like so they compress it after they install the game in your computer. That would be so weird. That would be so dumb, in fact. Like what kind of game like when you the whole reason you compress it is like so people download less, right? But like you download this game, it's like 110. So and like I guess 57 makes much more sense right now. It's still pretty big in my opinion, especially since like the game.
Because there's not a lot of exploration, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Because like even when Genshin starts out, it's like 30 gigabytes. Now it might be that like the model seems to be much higher quality. The animation seems definitely to be way smoother. There's also
even
more
with the hair, there's a lot
variation.
more like hair movement I've noticed.
Yeah, there's also a lot more like variation on like the NPCs. So like there, those all of those take assets. So like now that I know it's smaller than like the download size, I don't know somewhat forgive it. Somewhat.
Yeah, so someone.
I'd say somewhat.
Yeah, Himuro suggesting. I wonder if they compress the stuff that we've already done, but considering both you and me both have 57, right?
Yeah,
and I don't think you're as far as
change.
I am, so I'm not sure if that's the case, but they could be doing something behind the scenes for sure. Like something's going on. We just don't know what.
Yeah, I'm not qualified enough to like talk about like getting too technical about it, but like it certainly is really surprising when you try to download a game that doesn't seem that big. But it's definitely smaller in scope like compared to Genshin in terms of like game design. And then it's like the size of Genshin, 110 gigs when you first download it. And it gives
I think
you
it's
many
because
pause.
like I think it's the new engine, and definitely the models I feel like are much like higher like fidelity.
Oh, really? Is it a new engine?
I think it is. Like,
is it still not Unity?
I don't know. Let's see.
Engine. Develop. Where is the freaking? It's Unity. It's still Unity. It's just like the
okay.
Yeah, they probably polished the thing, the assets a lot more.
Although,
like the characters are definitely rounder
well,
and
we say
jigglier,
Unity,
so like they
but
put more bones.
It's Hoyo versus Unity, right? Because don't they have their own like proprietary version of it?
They custom made it. I think they customize it so much. It's not even it's Unity based engine is what I would say.
But yeah, it's like I also like these different like factions and stuff that they have too for some of the characters.
One thing I really like about the Zenless though is that I appreciate that they tell us how many pity we have left. They tracked it. Yeah, they tracked it for us, right? Basically, if you go to the thing, yeah, see?
Oh,
right?
40, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they tell you like when are you guaranteed, how much you're counting on, so you don't have to do the math anymore, guys. Like usually when I do WuWa and stuff, I have to like, oh, how many pulls have I done? And like it's a good thing if I just recently got a 5-star.
Oh yeah, they even say it here too.
Yeah, it's a bad thing if you've pulled 70 before in the past and now you have to go back like 14 pages just to check.
That's actually very nice.
I find that really good. I really like this, how smooth the animation is, and the fact that you can uncap the FPS, which makes it even better. Like even in the 60 frames, like when I notice the frames are like locked in 60, I noticed that this animation is still smoother compared to like other games in like 60 frames. But also the fact that you can uncap the FPS. Genshin. Genshin. All you have to do is add uncap FPS.
Well, Genshin does have it if you play on a tablet. Like,
fucking hell, I'm not paying like $2,000 for like an iPad when I have a PC.
Yeah, that's so weird. And then Weathering Waves did have it, right? But then they ran into some bugs. So
they ran into some bugs toward the end of the release, but you can still do it like I did.
Oh, okay.
It's not exactly legal, but you can just change the INI.
Okay.
The INI files, yeah. It's like I may or may not be playing on 120 frames, and I may or may not be enjoying it right now.
If it works on your machine, you know.
Oh, it's definitely working. Like even on 120 frames, my GPU is like 40% or something. So like it definitely runs. It's not stable. I think the game is still bottleneck in some way. But yeah, I think I heard the game is pretty generous. I haven't pulled that much on Zenless, so I couldn't say.
I would say like it was definitely very easy to get your first like 5-star from the standard pool, because that was what I was telling you right there. It's like I got I've done like 90 pulls on it already, and it's like they give it to you, I think early. What was it, like 50 or something? Is the guarantee, but you can also always get it earlier. So, and then I just haven't really gotten through most of the story yet to kind of.
That's fair. But see, after playing WuWa and like now that I've played Snowbreak, like those two games definitely much more generous. Not gonna lie. Like, I think like right now Snowbreak gives you like a free 5-star just from logging in, and like one of them is for reaching a certain level in the the character level. So like you already got 2 5-stars there.
That's
you get
where
plenty
it's always
of like the what was that? Plenty of
I was gonna say like that's where it's like it's always nice playing like the slightly like less popular gachas, because they always like to be a little bit more generous just to keep their players back in.
Yeah, and like remember that I talk about the banner and stuff, like where you can get actually like get the banner character with 100% chance. It just takes more pity, but like you can get there. And I find it to be really nice because like my luck is ass, unlike most of my friends like that get Chun-Li early. I fucking got Farina, so
Yeah, it's.
I would have preferred
I actually
spending
got
like
Farina
100
too,
pulls. Yeah, I would have much preferred spending 100 pulls and like getting the character guaranteed. And maybe if I won more like of the constellation, maybe I'll try to gamble my life in the normal banner.
Like Grand Blue has a similar thing where it's like you can guarantee your Sparker character, but its pity is very high. But Grand Blue was also I think one of the very first games to add in a sparking system or like a guaranteed like pity system. So because like it's a 300, yeah.
300 pulls is such a lot. Like it depends on how much you get each time.
Yeah, it's like, and they
like
don't release characters
like
as often. Like. So like they're new
but
characters.
if 3 pulls gives you like 10 pulls each time, like that's not too bad. It's like Genshin gives you 3 on like Chinese New Year.
Oh no, their New Year's stuff, like on like New Year's for instance, they do like you can spin a roulette and get at least a free 10 pull at minimum and up to 100 free 10 pulls. So
yeah,
so it's very good. Yeah,
honestly, it's like Genshin would never. Yeah.
Yeah,
Similar
Genshin
to the
is definitely the
banner
most
on HSR.
stingy. it's definitely one of the most stingy gacha games I've ever played. So
Yeah, I think Zenless did it slightly better than HSR. Because like this the beginner banner
yes, yeah.
is also the same as like the standard banner. So like it counts toward like getting the 300 free character, like 300 pulls for the free character.
Oh, that's a good point. Like Himuro brings up
Because like
this.
yeah,
That the
WuWa
standard
doesn't do
banner-
that, and HSR doesn't do that. Like it's all in the separate banner. So like when you spend 50 or like 40 pulls with the discount on those, and then you have to like start pulling on the standard banner. But like on ZZZ, you just do the standard banner 50 times, and then you get a 5-star. And then
right,
that's when,
but then
like,
it's still part of the
50
same
stars in.
banner, which is so good.
Yeah.
Like I did really like that as well. Things get more generous in Genshin, but Genshin people are already getting
Yeah, people already accepted the fact that like Genshin is stingy. So like, and like regardless of what like here's the thing with complaining, right? This is what I always tell like people is like doesn't matter if you complain or not if you keep playing the game. Like for example like
yes.
this is gonna get a bit political, but like did you know about like how people complaining about Genshin, like the skin colors, like for the Natlan characters?
that
Yeah,
because they
like,
did the
a
same
lot of
thing
people,
when
yeah.
not Natlan, Sumeru first came out.
Yeah.
Right, they did the exact same thing and it didn't work then. So
So like they did it again, they tried again, and like I'm like, if you want to boycott Genshin, like when the 5.0 drops, you know, every single player in the world just lock off for a week, like don't play the game, like have the game at like 0 player count. I'm sure they'll listen real fast if you do that. But like the thing is, no one's gonna do that.
well, also
We all know no one's gonna do that.
Yeah, well, and the thing that Air brings up too is that you also got to get the Chinese community to do it as well, right? Because
Only the Chinese community can complain. Yeah, exactly. Like if everyone complains, or if like just the because Chinese community itself, like the number of players there is like literally half of like the.
it's very
I think
big.
the global number, no, I think the player count is not as high, but like the profit is like half of them is come from Chinese. So like they can have the whole world hate them, but like if the Chinese community likes it, they still make half of what they're making right now, guys. This is why they will never listen to you. And at the same time, this is why complaining doesn't work if you don't actually went through with like what you're complaining about. It's like if you're just complaining and then you still pay for the game and you still play the game and like the game still has life in it, then like it doesn't matter what your complaints. You know, you can complain about how like the character are all light skin or like how the character are all skimpy and stuff, like, and like how people complain about Nikki, and like, but if everyone likes it and if everyone pays for it,
it doesn't matter.
the
Right?
followers still gonna they're still gonna keep going. Especially since this is like an Asian company, right? This is a Chinese company. It might be a different story if it's like a Western company, because like they seems to care like a lot more about this kind of thing.
Almost Western companies, at least nowadays, have almost been going too far in the opposite direction. It seems like
which I don't like either.
Because you've seen the trouble that they've been getting in with like Assassin's Creed and everything recently, right? Like,
yeah, I know. Like they. Oh my god, I did the same thing as you. I got too close to the quest.
with
for it.
Yeah, Withering
Because
Winds.
because I was talking while like running in the rooftop and it suddenly got too close to the place. I didn't pay attention. They're concerned with Western issue like skin color. Yeah, no, I don't think I would be either. Like, worst case, the way I would defend it is like this is like their artistic rendition of like the history that they're taking from. Like a lot of people seems to like complain because like it's like, oh, they're taking from the history of like the South Americans and stuff, so like they should have like more dark skinned people and stuff. But like at the end of the day, this is still an art, right? Like when a painter, like you can argue that like art is subjective, right?
It is.
You can
for sure.
like you can argue that like if a painter draws like African people like white, like with light skin, like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know where I'm going with this one. Actually, maybe that was a bad example. My brain is dead.
Yeah, it's late. It's weird. topic,
we're gonna
right?
do
Let's-
ridiculous. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying are like you have to give an impact in the numbers in order to be heard. For
Yes,
like
yes.
when you're fighting against a company. For example, easiest example is Helldivers.
Oh,
Like when
yeah,
they
yeah,
had
yeah.
the
When
whole
everyone
PlayStation
stopped
account
playing.
thing,
Yes.
everyone stops playing, or more like they cannot play even if they want to, because like when they refund the game, they cannot buy the game again.
Hmm.
Like you know, the player drop went from 500,000 player to like 50,000. That's like 90% decrease. Like you kill the game. Like of course they're gonna listen, right?
Only handle
And to be
technical
fair,
matters.
in this case, the developer is on our side.
I have 2 guns,
So you know, which is like really rare nowadays.
Hmm.
But still, like you know, you need a number difference.
Okay, so apparently Japan's not as upset as people make it out to be, but
Because the building's apparently wrong.
it's
Yeah,
always
for
hard
the
to say.
buildings and stuff. It's I think it's always all about like the loud minority.
It
Just
is,
like
it
how
is.
like in the Western games, like how people are talking about like there's the game is not inclusive enough, or like it's not diverse enough, or like for example like Elden Ring should be easier. Like it's always the loud minority that we've heard about, right? It's like survival bias. It's because like they talk more. If you don't have anything to complain about the game, you wouldn't complain. You wouldn't say anything.
Speaking of, the difficulty stuff always gets me too, because even in like Final Fantasy 14, which is what I was, been playing earlier, like there's been a lot of people saying like, oh, this new raid tier and new difficulties, like this new expansion is just too hard and everything. And it's like I've gone through it, and it's like, yeah, the dungeons were, were a little bit tougher, but it's like I thought the raids were fine, and I honestly I just think it's because I was playing a new role. Like I switched to healer, which I haven't done in a while.
Oh, I thought you
Right,
you were
so-
going to say Pictomancer.
No, well,
Isn't that the new job?
it is, but I wanted to like level up quickly. And also like I love doing like summoner first, because you get 2 classes. You get summoner and scholar at once when you level up. And I wanted fast queue times, because since they added in both Pictomancer and Viper, which are both DPS classes, queuing up as a DPS means that it takes you forever to get a queue.
Sounds like every matchmaking queue.
Yeah. So it's like if I
You
went
want
in
to
as
pick
a
a core
healer,
role.
I got like
Yeah.
I got pretty much instant queues because of that. So
That's fair. That's perfectly fair. But like, yeah. Honestly, if we want to complain, do it like what you do with like Helldivers, or like what you do with like some movies, like TV shows, like Netflix Witcher and stuff. Like
yeah.
don't like it, don't pay for it. Don't even engage with it. It'll die. A lot of companies have started to realize that like people have been like, people are starting to like
Go
vote
against
with
it.
their money, and go against it in a way that like actually hurt their like bottom line. So like they're starting to, like, it's like sometimes I wonder why companies do stupid shit like that. Because like I'll be like, all you need to do is listen to what your community wants, and you'll make money. Is it that hard?
I think they get like a money incentive at the start, right? And then it's like they think it'll work, and then and there's also probably like a lot of people just get promoted up when they probably shouldn't.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. A lot of people seems to be working with their pride and ego instead of like, when it comes to business, you should be like, I'm not saying you should be like super greedy and like solely focused on like profit, but I'm pretty sure like that's the main point of like having a business, to make profit.
It is, yeah. Which is why people should never trust the company, because
yeah, which is why like when people wanna make a company listen to them, they gotta hit them where they hurt. The profit.
yes.
But yeah, overall, Zenless. Pretty
I've
mid
been
for me.
enjoying it a lot, but I could definitely
He
see where
enjoys it
other
a lot
people
more.
may not. Like,
Yeah.
I just think it's a fun side game at the moment, and I'll kind of give an update as I get further in and actually get to like the end game to see like if my thoughts on it change. Because like I hear there is a point where the game actually gets like really fun later on, like because I think a lot of people are kind of giving what you were saying, where it's like it's boring early. There's not a lot of combat, and the combat you do get is like not great. But
See,
then
it's boring because of the expectation, not because of the
Right.
game itself.
But then, like, I hear, like, once you get later on, like, there's some sections that are just, like, really fun to do. So,
See, that's also that, like you say that, but that's also a problem that a lot of people brings up is that like, is
yeah,
a
to play
game really
X number
good?
of hours. Yes,
No,
yes.
Yeah, is a game really good if you have to get into the game first before it turns
Right,
into a
right,
good
right.
game,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like for the like,
I think that's just, like, media in general, too, right? Like, even in, like, anime and stuff, like...
uh-huh. Yeah, you gotta have like a good premise to start with before like you get people hooked, and then with a bit of like fan service and proper storytelling, you make everyone happy and like they keep supporting you.
Mm-hmm.
But like if a game starts boring and then like most people will be telling you to just like, oh, just power through it, it'll get better after 50 hours in. It's okay, you just need to suffer for 50 hours.
You got 50 hours, right? You can spend it.
Like if it were in the past, yeah, I wouldn't say that. No, not after how much I
only
work
handle
nowadays.
technical matters.
I know, right? When we were all in, like, college and stuff and had... Because I
Oh,
feel like
yeah,
college is
no,
when I
I-
had the most free time. Like, that's
Everyone
when I was able to do,
in
like, WoW and
I
read.
I was dropping out and like enjoying myself at home.
Mm.
So like yeah, especially with how many live service games out there,
There-
it just doesn't make sense for you to like see. The Genshin has that benefit is that like it is the only game out there that is like open world, free to play, runs on everything, and actually has a good like graphics slash storyline.
Hmm.
It covers a lot of the base and like it has no competition, and that's the reason why
Well-
it was so successful. Because like the only
Right, right.
competition you have is like Zelda Breath of the Wild, and like that game is $60.
Well, it now has Weathering Waves, but its story and stuff isn't great. But
Yeah, no. The thing with like whether I like WuWa or not, it doesn't change the fact that WuWa came in 4 years late. Like a lot of people already.
You're talking about like when it was released. Gotcha.
Yeah, when it was released. Like the reason like why Zenless right now, like even though it's successful, like a lot of people seems to be much more skeptical and stuff, is because like it's first of all the genre that it's going into already has competition on it. Like
Right.
people have already played Persona, and people have already have something like Honkai Impact, and like people have a lot of options like for like gacha games nowadays, like Star Rail and everything. Like if they just want a good story.
And it's
But,
like,
like-
I do.
But like when Genshin does that, when Genshin does what it did, it doesn't have any competition.
Right.
The closest competition is like if you want to like an open world, maybe maybe you can play, I don't know, Elden Ring or like Zelda, but like those games are like $60, and like I'm pretty sure 80-90% people probably wouldn't spend money on these games. Like they're broke ass people. So like they wouldn't be able to spend like they maybe would be able to, but like they probably wouldn't want to spend money on those. So, like they probably would never try it, and like Genshin took this market by storm, basically.
And it's like I do wonder if eventually they'll end up hitting like a live service like Wall or something, because it's like there's
We already are. technically.
yeah. Because I think we're hitting that even with like subscription services, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like not everyone wants to pay for like Netflix, Hulu.
No, I never
Like-
even want to pay for Netflix.
And then it's like I feel like it's the same thing here, because it's like battle passes, like they sound great, but how many battle passes can people essentially buy every
Like,
month?
yeah, one,
Like-
2, maybe 3 if one of your game is Honkai Star Rail that you can just play in the background.
Yeah, but it's like at most it's like 1 or 2, and then even then it's just very time
At the
consuming,
same
so-
time, I think that's why Hoyo and like other companies design the games with like energy system and everything. So like people don't have to spend that much time. Like all you need is like an hour a day for each game, and then they
I think-
shove in like 12 games into you.
Now, I think the energy system is more actually to get you into a daily habit, and then they're
yeah,
trying to
yeah. So like it's less about like the gameplay hour and just like gives you a habit of like coming back into the game. Like it kind of turns into a chore. We just
Right, which
unfortunately
I
for
think
them,
is-
I really hate chores.
Well, and it's like I think the bad thing is like I feel like doing that causes burnout, right? Especially with the rewards that they give, because
Just
it's
like
like
chores.
right, because it's like you do these, like these things over and over again each day with very little to no rewards, and it's like that causes burnout, and I feel like that'll eventually cause people to just leave their games altogether. And I feel like it probably has to a certain extent, but yeah. Or you could just pay money to make it, make it be easier to play more and everything.
Yeah,
So
make
it's
make
like-
it more rewarding. For example, like if you know the difference between having a battle pass and like something like Honkai Star Rail or Genshin, is, like,
Right.
pretty big.
Mhm.
It saves up a lot of time, and like I used to
only
be
handle technical
on the
matters.
other side of the fence where I don't want to spend any money because I don't have any money to spend.
Mhm.
But now that I've worked so much and like
You have money.
I have money but less
Mhm.
time. That's like when like battle pass actually caters to my need, which is like by design, I guess.
Mhm.
But in a way makes more sense because I don't have much time to grind. Like my friends, for example, that plays like 12 hours every day because he doesn't work.
I'm very much like I've always been like a very light spender in gacha games, but it's like I do feel like the game has to be worth it, or at least I have to feel that it's worth it.
See, I have very high self-control because I know I have no self-control once I get into things. So I usually avoid getting into things because I know
Right,
once
okay,
I get into things,
gotcha.
I spend a lot. But like, yeah, thankfully, thankfully, or I don't know if I should be thankful or not, but I guess like Zenless doesn't really hook me all that much, so I probably wouldn't be spending money on it.
Mm.
I also gave the game a bit of a try. I should probably like get at least like a bit into more of the story.
Hmm. It definitely seems like Zenless is going to be more like kind of how should I put it? Maybe more episodic, sort of like where each thing seems to be a little bit more separate. Like you might deal with it.
Seems like it. So like it seems like they're as a proxy they're taking up quests, which means
Right.
each quest doesn't have to necessarily be attached to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, they also have an ongoing narrative going, right? Of
Right,
like how
they
the
do.
wise, yeah. So like at the end of the day, they still have to connect it in some way.
But it kind of reminds me more of like, do you remember the old like sort of like sitcoms or like even like the old like cartoons and stuff where it's like it's just with the
You can enjoy things standalone, like watching
Right.
SpongeBob.
It's just
Like
like
you can just watch one episode and like have fun.
right, and then like they might have like a couple of like things where it's like not like a crossover, but like a
It's like
Oh,
Tom and
like-
Jerry.
yeah.
At first, it was all fun and dandy until like up to the one episode where you get like where they try to kill themselves.
Or even I
And when
feel
it
like
just-
stuff like
this is just went really dark.
like I feel like even more like, do you remember like, were you around to see like the old like the Batman animated series or like the Justice League or
Oh, I don't
Like
really watch
Superman?
this because like it doesn't exist on my TV.
those were so good, but it's like I feel like if I'm remembering them correctly, it's like they had an overall thing. Even like Avatar: The Last Airbender might be another one too, where it's like there is an overarching story, but for the most part, each thing was kind of episodic for a while, and then eventually they all converge at a later point.
I think Avatar. I think Avatar has some correlation. Like there's, like it's like some episodes is like that, but like there are other episodes where it's interconnected with each other.
Right, definitely.
Like for example,
But-
like in the I think like that part like with the in the water tribe, I think like with the moon temple and everything, like where
Mhm.
with the fish, like the two fish, like the yin and yang and stuff.
Yeah,
I think those like separated into several episodes, I think, and that wouldn't work if you just watch one. Like if you watch the end episode, you're gonna be like, oh, it's so cool, but what the fuck is going on?
Mhm.
And if you watch the first one only, and then you're gonna be like, "This is so boring. What the hell is going? Like, what is this?" It's a cliffhanger.
Oh, that's true. Himmer mentioned that they'll probably bring it up like the Avengers and stuff, which makes me wonder, like, do you think they're ever going to do a huge crossover between all of Hoyoverse's stuff? So you'll see like the Honkai Star Rail, the Honkai Impact, Genshin Impact, and then Zenless Zone Zero. Like that would be a very cool crossover.
I not. I think it's less episodic and more like they just need to make one like for Avenger. I think Avenger is less about episodic and more about like just the first movie was good, right? Iron Man.
Yeah.
No one would have thought that Iron Man was like a good episodic movie, but like everyone knew it was a good movie, especially for its time.
No, I just mean just like later on in general, like if they would ever do like an event.
Yeah,
to bring all
and
their
if it's
games.
successful enough, they would like actually interconnect everything. Which in a way they already kind of are with some of the trailers. Like for example, the Honkai Star Rail trailer has like Traveler popping up in them.
True, and I guess Welt is technically from.
Welt is
Impact
technically
Third.
from Honkai Impact, and like there's always references about those all over the place. They're probably gonna start integrating Zenless like once Zenless gain like a good like solid footing. Like they're gonna probably like gauge like see how successful the game is, and then like see how much they wanna like commit into like combining it with the other games.
That's
Probably.
a good point. Yeah,
because like Zenless seems so far like narratively like different from like everything else, right?
It does.
Like the whole team.
Also, speaking of crossovers, did you see the crossover that Honkai Star Rail is gonna have?
In 2025 with Fate,
Yep,
like
with
Fate,
Fate, yep.
Fate Grand Order, I think, or something.
Like that's
See, I
so
never
crazy.
really got into the Fate, so like I didn't know, but I know that Fate was a pretty big brand.
I've
So,
seen
like,
all the like anime stuff, but I have not played Grand Order.
I never played the game, and then I've never. I watched some of the anime. Like I said, like I don't have a cable TV back then, so it was an old anime. I remember watching like some Fate Stay Night back then. That's it.
Real quick, so yes, Zenless Zone Zero does have the Bellabog factory, but that was actually just an accident. It's not actually a reference to Bellabog from Star Rail. Both developers just found the name and liked it and used it, and then it was only after the fact that they realized that it was.
But they kept it, so there might be something else.
True. Maybe they they changed it, but initially that was.
Maybe it started as an accident, but maybe they'll like improve. They'll grow from it. Because I also noticed that it's like Bellabog. Oh my God, Bellabog mentioned. Maybe we'll meet Bronya.
Yeah, but the Fate Stay Night stuff could be very cool. And I heard that it might be a whole new world. Maybe.
Oh.
Like we'll see. Like
yeah. We'll see a new fantastic point of view.
Like
you
what
didn't get the joke, guys.
Like I know you said you didn't really watch Fate too much, but do you know like any of the characters or
I know Saber.
would you want to have Saber in Star Rail or?
Look, if it ended up being like the freaking Horizon Dawn character, you might as well not put anything in it.
Oh,
I don't even remember I have that character. If people didn't mention that, like how like they wanted to have the character because they played Horizon Zero, then I'm like, bro, I don't even know if having it would give any impact. Like,
it's not a good character. It's
yeah, I never even seen people use it. I think I've only met one people that actually use.
I've only seen it in
that character
memes
as a main
because it's just so bad. Because you can't even get constellations for it, right?
Yeah. That's the dumbest part. At least like if you have the character, maybe you have like a special quest line where you can like C6 it because it's a free character. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it'll make it actually powerful enough so most people would use it. But speaking of collabs, I bought the Honkai Star Rail collab PC case.
Oh, there's a PC case. Okay.
Oh yeah. I'll show you the link. I'll send you the link.
Because like I've been the only collabs I've been doing is the one that Final Fantasy's been doing with Mountain Dew and they did that other one with the Boba Shop, which luckily White's been able to get me both of those.
There, I showed it.
Oh, Hyatt or
Height, height,
Height.
height. Y70. Yeah. X Honka Stereo.
Because I
I bought the
think
case. Hopefully,
because this is the company that was like supporting Doki Bird and everything, right?
I am not sure. I didn't watch. I also am not into VTubers, as you can like
Oh,
big VTubers at least. I'm into indies. I watch random. I watch like some memes from Doki Birds and stuff. I didn't know like the nitty gritty details about it though. Yes, unfortunately, guys, I am quite sheltered. I don't open social media that much. I don't watch social media that much. Don't interact with people that much even. So I'm
yeah,
surprisingly
but this
sheltered.
looks very like, and it's Silver Wolf too. Like,
Yeah, because like at first I was like, man, I wish this is like Akron or something. But then like it makes sense that it's Silver
Oh.
Wolf because she's the gamer.
I like the box is like very old school. Like,
The box is really cute.
yes,
The case could personally be better because like it seems like most of it is like stickers. Like
True,
right,
true.
like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like stickers and color schemes, right? So wait, let me show it on my stream too. That way people actually know what I'm talking about.
The keychains are very nice though.
The keychains is very nice. But
Yeah, it's
I
the
really like
middle-
the color scheme. Color scheme. I really wish I could have had like I could have find a PCK like a PC part that is like in theme with it personally. Because finding a purple graphics card is so fucking hard.
How do you know? So, Hemro, you're mentioning that the middle cases are usually have bad airflow. How do you tell if it's a middle case? Volume
Middle?
large? Yeah.
You mean oh no the case is I heard it's pretty good. It's a dual chamber case. It's their middle
The
tower.
shape is
I
very-
hate it. Why don't they make it like
It is a little interesting, but I know that I've seen a lot more cases like this. Where they're
that one
trying
is
to
their
show
middle size.
off
I think
more.
the biggest
Yeah.
one is the 9. Is it really the small the middle one?
Yeah,
Which
he's
is-
saying
which
that
one is the
that
bigger
one
one?
is their middle size.
I thought
They
70 is
always
like the
use-
highest number. I thought 70 is the highest number that they have.
Let me see. So PC cases. Yeah, 70 is the highest. Is it?
Yeah,
60
there's
would be the
no
medium.
other.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
the
well.
way they name it. ATX case. ATX.
But they have a
case,
Persona.
They,
The 3 one's okay.
they had a Persona.
Oh, they have a-
collab too.
Yeah, they have a lot of HoloLive.
Yep. Are you interested in one now?
No, I don't know what I would do with it because I'm fine with the case I have.
Really? What case do you have right now?
Oh, well, I mean, it's just the one that came with my PCs. So
Damn. You bought a pre-build. Is that what you're saying?
well, I did
Wow.
because that was the only way to get a graphics card back in COVID. So
Oh, okay, you know what? Considering when you bought it, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Because like I'm thinking of doing that, and then I bought also like the keycap set. I'm planning to make a custom keyboard out of it. Hopefully, it's gonna be in
Ooh, okay,
theme.
okay.
And then like after everything is done, I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna try to like make it like clean up my desk and everything, and then make it like a kind of like on theme. ATX is mid. ATX is the big one. Mid tower is MATX, guys.
Oh, MA. Okay.
All their
So
Holo
yeah, it
and
does look like it's
Persona
their
cases.
big one. Yeah, so that's
It's
nice
like,
that they
I
do
know-
that for their big.
But
For
also
their
it might be
collabs.
a middle tower, maybe actually. They didn't really explicitly say it's middle tower.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what the difference is there. So
So mid. Oh yeah, it's a mid tower. It's a mid tower. So like they have so mid tower is like how do I explain it? Like ATX and ITX, you know that it's like motherboard size, right?
right.
And like and then like depending on like your motherboard, there's also like multiple type of cases. So like ITX case is for definitely for ITX board. But like if it's a mid tower, it usually means like it supports ATX, but it's mid. It's like in the middle of the size, because like there's a compact, and then there's like a normal like I don't know what it's called, normal tower ATX. I think, because that's what they would call it. But I think
this one does
personally for a mid tower, it seems pretty big because it supports EATX too.
Well, this one does seem bigger because their other collabs are the 60 and 40, and this one's a 70. So it seems
I
like
think
it's
the
the
60
biggest.
Yeah. Just check. Holo was A1, so even smaller. Yeah, but like 70 is the biggest one that they have, and like it's a collab case, guys. Obviously, like
it looks
temperature.
good.
Well, to be fair, my CPU is not exactly the hottest. It doesn't even really matter. I was planning to do some overkill cooling on it.
Okay.
Because I wanted to put it on top of my table, right? So I want it to be really quiet. So I'm planning on buying something big, like I'm planning to go on like a water cooler, which is gonna be annoying.
How can we want to put it on top of the table instead of like below it?
Well, because it's a PC showcase at this point, right? Because like when I first bought yeah, because when I bought my case right now, it doesn't have any window. It's just mesh all around my case. So it's like for performance only. It doesn't matter if it's on the bottom or on the right, on the top. I need better cooling. It depends. Himuro, are you living on like? And is Himuro living on Asia or like America? Because like in Western, it's like,
Europe.
Europe, and it should be pretty cool, plenty cool, unless like you're living in like somewhere warm all the time. The case doesn't have fans in it as well, from what I've heard. Well, I'm planning on like so like my CPU right now is a Ryzen, which if everyone knows computer, it should be pretty cool. Like it's pretty efficient. And then I'm planning to put like I think a 280 or like a 360 AIO, which is like the one with the 3 fans. It's like way overkill for like the CPU. But the point is that like I want the fan to be spinning as low as possible. You have to buy fans separately from that company. That's true. The whole limited bundle doesn't come with fan. It comes with a fan grill and it like shape in like silver wolf design.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but there is no fan. I'm planning to buy like the fan is gonna be like Noctua or something. I think it's gonna be something good. It's gonna be expensive. I'm not saying it's not expensive, guys. I'm just saying that I like the look. I like the vibe of it. I also like purple and stuff. So
it's a good looking case. Like I think you.
Yeah, I wish they do a bit more. I wish they do a bit more, personally. But can have it. Can have it all, I guess. Beggars can be choosers. I mean, I really like the color schemes, but as I said earlier, it's really hard to find a graphics card or a cooler that is like purple. It's so hard. I keep trying to find it. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, because I remember I had a friend that was trying to find a white graphics card once, and it was like that was even hard to find. So like I just gotta go with whatever.
Hey, Moro,
yeah, like maybe one of these days I'll try to make a showy.
Hey, you should have me one of these days so I can like see and watch you build. I like building PC. I just don't have a much like chance to do it because I was poor back then.
I'm always so nervous because I have built a PC before in the past, and
hey, next time we should do like a real life collab, and then I'll come in and build it with you. And that'll also like the summarized event, it happens in like other gacha games too. So like for example, I know in the Snowbreak it happens. Like when you do the skip, it's skip.
Oh yeah,
when you
skip,
it tells you like so this is gonna happen, and then there's like the big picture of the story.
Yeah, Grand Blue does that too, which is very nice. Like
it's nothing new. But Himuro, you should get one of my case here. Oh, Himuro is on YouTube, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me go to your YouTube, and then I'll give him the name of my case that I have right now, because it's all like it has hold all over the case, so you don't even need fan for it to be cool. Because Because like I was really cheap back then. All I'm trying to find is like performance. So I bought this case so I don't have to buy any fans. I just put it there. God
But
damn
nice,
it.
nice. That's a good idea. Like, just it has so many holes. Although, how would the dust be for that? Like,
I mean, it's gonna be dusty either way. But like it. So like the thing is, when I first have my own PC back then, the casing was the old PC case. You know, the one with the steel plates and like that has no holes. So like it's really hot, and I ended up just not putting the panel in, which means like it's gonna be dusty as fuck. But now my PC case is like it has meshes all over, but it's still, you know, it's still a mesh. So the dust is not too bad, and I don't have to open any of the panel because it's already technically quote unquote open.
yeah, that's a good point. You know, if you want some good airflow, just open your case up, and then that'll.
Yeah, no, like it's always cheaper to just do that. But also, if we want it to look clean, because when I opened the case back then, like it
don't look very
like
messy.
the dust was really bad back when I lived, because I live in Asia back then. It's really hot, and like having the case closed will burn my PC. So I had to open it whether I like it or not, and it turns dusty in like, oh my god, in a month. I'm pretty sure like my casing was like black back then, and like I can like see a layer of gray already like in the bottom of the case because it's open.
Ooh, wait, from
That's
from
a
the
month.
dust, or
In a month, yeah, from the dust and like the GPU. Like now it's even it's much better. Like I'm not saying it's not dusty, because like it still is.
oh yeah, I
But,
mean,
like,
I still
it's
try to
way
clean
better.
up my PC at least like twice a year, if not like one more, because like you're still gonna get dust no matter what.
Yeah. So like the only if you wanted to have less dust, just either like do it like what I did, have no fan. Or if you have fan, you put it on a lower RPM, which like probably not gonna go well with you because you said it's hot here. I don't know how hot it is, because like my PC is like what is my graphics card right now? My graphics card right now is like 57 degree. So water cooling would definitely work, because like the water does most of the job, right? So like the fan doesn't have to spin as fast. Also, a lot of the time, the fan doesn't spin fast to begin with, because it's more pressure optimized or something.
Right.
I don't know.
right.
I never bought an AIO actually.
I have a water
just wanna-
cooler on my current one, but I haven't really.
You didn't
noticed
ask for it.
It was more like that's just the one like it came.
Yeah,
with,
that's the
and-
option that you have, right? Yeah. And like I'm just planning to buy an AIO because like I want it to look clean for the case, because like like now the case that I bought it's gonna be about aesthetic, right? It's it's no longer about just performance, because like back then I want performance, and I want it to be reliable. I don't want to keep opening the case, so I bought an air cooler and then just slapped that metal on top and done. But now I want it to look good, and like as good as an air cooler is, it's a water cooler just looks better. It can be tricky to set up. It depends. An AIO is like all in one. The company does the job for you. You just need to slap it on and like screw it in.
Ooh, maybe one day I'll
If
do
you
one.
if you're doing a custom water loop, it's such a pain. It looks cool, don't get me wrong, it looks clean, but you have to maintain it like every like 6 months to 1 year. Like you gotta like empty the water, replace it, clean it up,
Let's take a break.
flush it, and then like, you know, refill it and hope it's not leaking anywhere.
Have you seen some of the videos where it's like people were testing like, is water the only like is there another liquid that you could use to try to cool your PC better?
I remember
'Cause-
that. That's an LTT video, I think.
Maybe like I
remember
think I
Alice
also
watching
remember it
LTT.
from like I think it might have been like Food Theory or something too that I also saw it, because like
They tried
you know
cooling
Tony the
it with-
Tiger.
No, actually.
So
What
like
about who is he?
so Tony the Tiger had like a VTuber model stuff that was going on for a while on YouTube, and he said that his PC was cooled with milk. Yeah, the milk cooling.
Oh,
And it's like, it's actually like probably one of the
Linus Tech
worst.
Tips,
Yeah.
they did a PC for like another YouTuber that is cooled by tea,
Ooh.
and then they put like a pot in it.
And it actually like
It actually works because it's still water, right? They just
Right,
they
right.
just put some tea in the water, like a tea bag. But like, yeah, it technically works. Water is still like the cheapest way and like the simplest way. Because like, remember, you have to maintain it.
it is. Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you put milk in it, it's gonna like the
Oh,
pipe,
the milk
like
will
the,
eventually turn into like
yeah, it's
it'll
gonna stick on.
spoil.
And also like
Like-
it has organic, it has
Yeah.
organic material in it. So like milk is not gonna do well in the long run. I'm pretty sure like Linus Tech Tips tried to like cool their PC with cement,
some
like concrete cement. Yeah.
I know
like
I saw like
concrete
orange
cement,
juice
like-
and stuff too, but
Oh no, it's a different video. They were trying to cool it with a cement. So like it works when the cement is still liquid, like still liquefied.
but it has
But
to be like
but-
constantly
yeah.
moving, right?
Yeah. But after it got solid, it doesn't work anymore. So
It seems like
Yeah,
such a crazy crazy way to
Yeah.
mess up your machine.
if you have money, I guess.
Imagine
But-
with pure cheese.
I do.
No.
I kind of want to try liquid cooling, but god damn it, that sounds like a massive pain. And also, I don't want to liquid cool my graphics card ever.
The graphics card might be a little hard, but I know it's
Yeah, no,
it's
I don't.
not
I
a
don't
big
want
deal
it.
for the CPU.
Yeah, I don't want it because I don't want to open graphics cards. It's getting like computer
yeah.
parts are getting expensive by the days.
They
And
are
like expensive graphics card means expensive like accessories. English.
accessories.
My
Okay, yeah.
God. Yeah. So like I think like the water block for like a 4090 is like 200 $300 bucks. That's like fucking crazy.
Ooh.
That's just the water block. You still have to buy the pipes and stuff. They're
Oh,
also really
geez.
good air cooler. And I agree, Himura. Like I said earlier, like aesthetically speaking, there's just no beating water cooler. And like my new case is gonna be about aesthetic. That's the thing, right? I'm always more about like utilitarian, like more about performance kind of person. That's why almost everything that I bought, it's always performance.
You should see if you could put like purple dye into your water cooler.
You can do it
I
on
only
like
handle
a custom
technical
loop.
matters.
You cannot do it on like an AIO because the
Oh,
tubing
it's
is
already
gonna be
closed
like
off.
yeah, it's not
Yeah,
it's not
gotcha.
translucent. It doesn't matter.
But yeah.
Yeah, we dived in far too into like the PC thing. But I'm definitely looking forward if you're doing like a whole rig update and stuff.
Maybe in the
I can
future,
definitely like swing by. You just tell me like far away so I can actually get the request off and then I'll fly there.
Oh, you don't need to
And then
fly.
we
You
can
could, you could probably drive up here. Like, you're not that
car.
Oh, right,
I
right.
have a car.
Well, then
That's
maybe
the
I'll
only
drive down to
problem I
you
have.
and see. But we could probably. We just have to think about like, because I always feel like I might wait until like the next graphic series comes out, right? Because I don't know if the 40 something would be. I mean, it's an upgrade over the 30,000 that I have, but I might wait till like the 50 series is out.
Oh, I kind of want a 5090 for the low cost of an Uber, guys.
For a look,
Like, trust me,
it wouldn't
it's
be a
gonna be
low
expensive.
cost. Yeah, that
it wouldn't be low cost.
you'd be
If
going
it's
over like state
translucent, probably
boundaries.
The one that I'm thinking of is that like I'm thinking of getting like, because I have a motherboard right now already, but I'm thinking of like getting a white motherboard and then just like use some paint, kind of paint, and then just spray it purple.
Okay.
That was an interesting prospect, but that still means I have to buy more PC parts. Then I'll have leftover PC parts.
Ooh, leftover from.
Because like if I'm replacing it, like if I'm getting a
Oh,
new
I see what you're
motherboard,
saying.
I'm
Okay,
gonna have a
yep,
spare
yep.
one.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's always something to think about. I will say though, the 3080 was great for like streaming.
Oh, you're in
upgrades.
3080 right now.
Mhm.
That's good enough.
Because like I
That's good
only
enough for a
had
while.
I had like the 1070 I think Ti before, and it's just like
Oh.
the encoding that had wasn't super great, but like the
Oh,
encoding
yeah.
that the 3080 has is like really
The
good.
3080, yeah, they had some big updates on like the last couple generation for like the encoders and stuff.
Yep.
But like
So if you're streaming and you only want to do a one PC setup, definitely get at least a 3080.
doesn't even have to be 3080. See, the encoder is always the same on like most graphics card. So for example, if you have a 3060, the encoder like the ones that you use to stream, it's the same thing.
Yeah, the series is what matters. Yes.
Yeah. Like to a certain point, the series matter. For like example, if you go too
'Cause I
cheap,
think-
usually they don't have an encoder.
Hmm.
But yeah, in general, it's the same.
Yeah.
But like, man, I like. If you guys want to hear my journey on PC upgrades, I started with like Pentium G850, I think, back in my old country. That's like a Pentium
Ooh,
from like
okay.
from 2012. But I got my PC like it's a low end product from 2012. And I got it when my dad bought me a PC in 2015. So like it's 3 years after that, and that thing is a low end product. So like when I got it, it was like that and like a GT 630, I think. It
Oh
was
heck, I
bad.
mean, I used to play WoW on the onboard graphics card when I first started playing. So like I didn't even get an external graphics card until much later, and I would, man, that thing must have been so old. It must have been like a 600 or something like. But I remember, man, it was such a huge upgrade because I was playing on the onboard graphics card. I was playing WoW at like 20 to 30 FPS.
Uh-huh.
And I
I
had
feel you.
the monitor that I had too. It was the old, you know, those old TVs where they had the thick, like they were big boys. Like, you know, they had a width and depth to them. Like I had a computer monitor that was just like that too. And so like the resolution, resolution was crap. But
Oh, like CRT?
yeah. Like, so like the
Yeah.
monitor was like bad. And that's probably why I was even able to play it on the onboard graphics card. But it's like,
Oh.
when I got the
See?
upgrade, it was just like, wow, I can actually play it higher than like 20 FPS. Like,
See, that's kind of crazy, but also like when I started that, I tried playing Dying Light on like that PC.
ooh, okay.
I got like I got like 10 frames on like 800 by 600. And then like remember I tried playing GTA 5 on that too. It
Oh,
it
your
ran way
machine
better,
would
to
have
be
like
fair.
exploded, right?
Yeah, no. So what I do to be able to play GTA 5, and I remember this correctly even until now, is that when I played it at 800 by 600. It's the lowest possible resolution on the game.
Okay, like the box.
All lower,
the box.
all lowest settings. No, I'm not done yet. All the lowest settings, and then I lowered the resolution scale to 50%. So it's like 400 by 300 basically.
Oh,
The
geez.
game looks like Minecraft, but it runs on 30 frames. So I was like, I'm happy. I get to drive around and kill people. Worth it. Yeah, that was how poor I was back then. And then I think like that 2015 is around the time I started my high school. So it took me like a year or something, like a year and a half, almost 2 years, I think. But like I managed to save up. Like I basically like skipped lunch and stuff, and I managed to save up for like a 1050 Ti.
So you're one of those like
Ew.
skipping.
Oh yeah, I skip eating meal whenever I can. Like if I know my parents are going out, I just don't eat food, and then
You
I
just
ask
save
them
up
to
the
bring
money.
me food. Yeah, and then I saved up the money, or if they're not going out to eat and stuff, when they come home they would ask me if I have eaten, and I just told them yes, but I didn't eat, and that's
Yeah,
how I saved up. Like
My dad would do the same thing when he was a kid, but he did it for comic books instead of video games and everything. But it's like I never, I never did that, but I did have an allowance. So, and then I got a part-time job in college. So,
Damn. Like my allowance back then was like $3 per week. Basically, converted from my currency. The graphics card costs still the same as around here. Like it,
like
when I
hundreds.
bought it, yeah, it cost a couple of hundreds. So like, yeah, I got $3 like each week. Sometimes
take a while. Yeah.
money, but like, yeah, it takes a while. But like, I managed to get it. 1050 Ti was such an upgrade. I could to actually play games in like proper settings. It was so much. It was so much of a hassle though, because like back then, I didn't know what HDMI was. And I bought the graphics card. I put it on, and I'm like, wait, I don't have the cable for it. And then like my PC was so old, it doesn't even recognize the graphics card.
Oh, really? Okay.
I had to like update the BIOS and stuff back then. While
like,
the
you remember
graphics card
the
was in
old,
my
like-
hand, and then I was annoyed.
Because you remember the blue and white
Yeah,
cables,
that's
right?
the one
For
I used.
yeah.
The VGA, yeah. Yeah, but like, you know what? It's an experience. Look at me now, though. I'm like in the 4090, living my wildest dream. That's why now I don't hold back no more. It's like I've had enough of like low frame rate, low resolution experience.
I feel like technology is a good thing to spend a little bit more on, you know? Like, not only with like computers, but like I also bought like a good vacuum cleaner, like a Dyson vacuum cleaner and stuff, and it's really, really nice. And so like just
Yes, I don't know enough about vacuum cleaner to know to like differentiate like how which one is good, which one is bad. What's the difference between good and bad? Like a graphics card is really easy to explain, right? Like better graphics card, more FPS. What about vacuum cleaner? Higher RPM? Does it like higher RPM like translates to
just,
like
like,
better
how-
vacuum cleaner?
like I think it's just more like like how well it actually sucks up like the dirt and everything, and then how easy it is to move around and stuff too. Like so like the Dyson's very good to move. It like when you get it over stuff, like I can actually feel like the carpet getting cleaner. So it's a bit hard to describe, but I'm sure somebody with more knowledge could probably do a much better job of explaining that, you know?
That's fair. Is it really worth the $400 I have to spend on it though?
I don't know. I've found it very useful, but everyone has their own value, right?
I mean, I've heard about it a lot. I've seen like the advertisement of it too. Like when I watch like Linus Tech Tips videos, like Gamer Nexus and stuff. They had like this whole, like for some reason there's this one day when they all have the same advertisement, so they were all releasing video about the fucking.
Oh, really?
vacuum
Right?
cleaner. Yeah. And I ended up watching it, and like I mean, they explain what it does and stuff like that, but I still don't understand because like back then I don't have carpets in my country, right? So like I don't know why would you have like a vacuum cleaner to begin with. I just mop my floor, bro.
I don't know, do you like carpet, or do you prefer like tile or the wood stuff, or?
On a bedroom, I prefer carpet.
Yes.
On like, but I'm like my PC right now is on a separate room, like kind of like I made it into an office. I honestly prefer a hard floor panel. It chokes the PC if you have a carpet under your PC.
Yeah, that's true. Because I put mine, even though it's on a carpet, I have it on top of like a box, like just a box that I got from Amazon, just so it has a little bit of a hard surface there.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
And there's also the fact that like I really like eating in front of my computer, so.
Oh, I hate eating anywhere outside it. Like.
Oh no, I really love eating in front of my computer. Like sometimes I even eat on top of my bed while watching movies. That's
I hate
best.
no. I can't bring food anywhere else because it's like it just says I don't want to make a mess.
You're not gonna do it like in the movies, like with the homies. You bought like a whole pack of pizza, and then just cook it, and then like bring it in front of your bed and like just enjoy it while watching the movie. That's like the best thing
Nah,
ever.
no. Why would you want to? It's like you'd mess up your bed doing that. Like, I wouldn't trust
that's-
myself with.
See, that's why I hone my skill, my capabilities of like not dropping any food. It's just like the carpet makes the consequence even worse than
But then
like
what
if it's
about
a
the
hard
drink?
floor. See, if it's a hard panel floor, it doesn't matter if it drops. I can just like mop it out. But like it's a carpet, so now I have to be even more wary. Or if I buy a drink, I just buy a drink with a bottle, not a glass.
Yeah, and in hotels I could do it too. Like, but I feel like that's a it's slightly different because it's not like your thing.
It's not
you know?
your bed. You don't have to clean it. Not my problem. Yeah, I feel you on that. But like, no, I really like doing that. So I prefer honestly the hard panel. Also, the chair that I'm having right now, it's having a hard time rolling around because it's a carpet under me. I think the
okay.
roller is made for like a hardwood,
Hard
like
surface.
a wood panel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. Like, that's an interesting.
Mhm.
Like, I need to get a new chair, by the way. Like, because both of
Ooh.
my chairs are kind of
You should
bad.
get
Like,
you should get like the one that I have. It's only gonna cost you a low price of $2,000.
what it? It's not a gaming chair, is it?
No, it's not. It's an office chair.
Okay, good. Because
Well,
office chairs are what I
it-
want to get. Because I hate gaming
It's
chairs. I hate.
this is kind of this chair is kind of weird. So when it was made first time, it was made with collaboration with Logitech, like a gaming, like a gaming company.
Mhm.
But like the one that made it is Herman Miller, which is like an
Oh,
office
hello,
chair.
Kohaku. Thank you
maker.
for stopping by.
And like it's not made for like it's not gamer design or anything. It's just like I think the collab only has like the color is like gamery. That's all I think. Like the chair is like you can kind of like change how like the lumbar support like form like the contours. That's why it's like expensive as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, definitely
yeah.
send it because I'm willing to spend good money on a chair because I sit in a chair a lot. So, so I feel like spending
ZZZ.
money on that is good. And I hate gaming chairs because those are, I think,
Oh, yeah,
rip-offs.
no.
They're so bad for your back.
I used to bought I remember buying like a cheap gaming chair. It was bad. It was bad for my back. It was bad for my ass because like I keep sweating because of like the fake leather.
Right. And it's like I might also need to get like a high-rise desk too because now I'm starting to get like hemorrhoid from sitting down too much. So I need to just move around more often. But those are health problems that never fun to deal with.
Oh, tell me about it. I keep wanting to like play VR games, but like I'm so tired from work. I don't even want to touch my VR.
Oh yeah. I still need to
love Beat
revamp my
Sabers.
apartment a bit and everything, and then
I thought you said you're gonna move one of these days.
I am well, I want to. The problem is that when my lease is up is when I'm doing all like
Well,
so,
you
like-
don't have to revamp anything because like you're about to move. Just
well, no,
that's
but
on
the thing
you.
is like I've got like weddings and stuff later this year, and that's when my lease is up, and then I can't. What you mean? Like I can't end my lease early because of how
he
all the
came
votes and
he came home from the wedding and like he got kicked out because like the lease is up. He just like, here's your item on the street, go find a new house. Neverness to Everness. Oh, we watched. Yeah, we watched it. I showed him
Yes.
the full trailer. It was so good.
It was very good.
It was very good. I'm so excited for it. I'm gonna keep my expectations because like
Right.
Tower of Fantasy. I don't know much about the problem with Tower of Fantasy. I've only heard it from my friend that plays it. Like when the game got released, I immediately got turned off when they said that like the content is gonna be like time gated. Like energy system is bad enough. The fact that they locked it behind time, big no for
So
me.
I personally did not play Tower of Fantasy because it reminded me a lot of the early WoW killers, where it's like they were only really advertising the game as like the Genshin killer, right? This is going to be the better Genshin and all this other stuff, and it's like So it's like I didn't want to give it a try, and I'm like, if people are still playing the game within like a month after its release, then I'll go in and give it a try. But then a month came by and everyone was like gone. So
Yeah, I heard the grind was so bad,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of stuff that is like locked behind a paywall. And then I think like there's also like the problem with the time gated. Like when you finish an event, you gotta wait like 2 or 3 days or something
Okay.
before you can continue the story. And I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that. Who the fuck does that? It's bad enough that I have to wait for the energy to regenerate, and then now I have to wait actual days before I can like continue. But like, I hope when they do it, they do it in a better way.
Mm-hmm.
And if like the feature is like as like what we watch in the gameplay trailer, oh, it's gonna be like the GTA that every weeps have dream about.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's like we have Azure Premiere coming up, which will be pretty much Power World but gotcha. So
That's true.
and then
I'm gonna give it a try. I'm not gonna say whether I'll commit to it or not, because
no, same. Like
it might be new to people, but I never played Pokemon, so I didn't know the attraction that comes from it.
I mean, I like it. I think the only thing I don't like is that since it's from the Azure Lane developers, like there's only going to be female characters. And
Wait, is the female characters the Pokemon or like the?
No. The female character. You still
I'll
pull
be
for
down.
gotcha characters.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, if I'm collecting,
you want the lizard?
Pokemon girl.
You want the lizard from Power World? Is
wait, Lizard Power. Let me see. I haven't played Power Word actually. Oh, yeah, I can get into that. I'm not a furry, but
but yeah, it's like I'm not a huge fan of just the only gendered gotchas, but I'm going to give it a shot just to see, because the concept seems very cool.
yeah. Concepts, yes, of course. Definitely not here for the plot, guys. I'm definitely not here for the Azure Lane girls.
Oh yeah, Duet Night Abyss looked interesting too. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. So
Duet Night Abyss.
Like I think it's only had like I think like one trailer.
Is this like? I
Oh
haven't
wait,
seen
no.
this
Oh,
one.
this is a different. Actually, no. This is a different one than what I was thinking of.
The one that I'm thinking of when you said it was like Unending Dawn.
That might be the one I was thinking of too.
Just search for it. Unending Dawn, guys. Have you guys seen Unending Dawn?
Let me see.
It looks like a Dark Souls, but like gacha. And then
No. That's the Dark Souls. What's the one I was thinking? Hang on. There's another one I was thinking of as well, but it had like so many different gameplay of it. Oh, I'll have to go and take a look. Essentially, there's a lot of good new gacha games coming up. So.
Oh yeah, and unfortunately, my time is not growing up; it's going down.
Yeah, same.
I have less and less time, so I cannot play all of them. That's why I have my friend help me with Genshin Impact. To be fair, Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Wave, and like even Zenless Zero, like the dailies are super simple. Genshin is the only one that is like so ass. I had my friend help me play. I'm like, why couldn't they just make it like you do the same activities you do every day, and then you finish the daily?
Although
like at first it was fine, right? Because like some of the daily mission was like unique, because like it has story in it and stuff. And then like over time, once you ran out of those, it's like the same exact thing.
Yep.
Although and, like, I think you have to do it on top of grinding. Better, right? Yeah. I think they're planning to introduce update where like when you do the missions now, like you know how when you do the story now you get the progression for like the daily. And now it saves like for the whole patch, I think.
Okay.
So like if you do the daily, like if you do 10 missions today, it'll give you like enough points for like the next couple of days, basically. and it lasts until like the end of the patch.
Oh, nice.
So when a new patch drop, there's gonna be new story mission, so you can play that, and then like you're gonna get.
That's actually really nice. Like,
It's nice, but like it took them like
so
how many
yeah.
updates now?
quite a lot. Okay, so I think we've kind of been going on for a while, and definitely got a little sidetracked there. Is there
I
anything we
know,
kind of want
right?
to cover before we kind of call it for today?
Again, Zenless. I really like the music. One of the
Yes.
things I see, I'm the type that like really pay attention to the music nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like you know, it's kind of hard to discuss it with sequel because like as
Yeah,
you,
because
as you guys heard earlier,
I don't know.
for him, if it's good, he won't notice it.
Mm.
And if it's bad, he'll only notice it if it's bad. But like I don't really like the songs. I
Mhm.
keep listening to like this one song. I think like it's called "Come Alive." I think on Spotify every single fucking day
Mm.
because it's so
I've-
catchy and like that song from Sandless.
I really love. Have you heard the shark one? I don't think it's from the game, but they have like an MV on YouTube for the. I think it's like the shark's got a bite or something. But like that song, I've been.
I think I got it on the. I just found it yesterday because I didn't play the game right.
Mm.
It's called Bite. Yeah, it's like Come Alive is from the same creator, but I personally like Come Alive more.
Yeah,
'Cause
bite.
It has
yeah, you're
this
right.
like, it has this doom like rock
Mm.
vibe to it.
Come alive. Okay, I'll have to. Oh, it's just the opening theme. Okay, okay.
Yeah, the song that I like the most from Zenless is like that, Come Alive.
Okay,
And
okay.
also the song from Pulling the characters, especially when you get the 5-star. It's so
Ah,
catchy.
yeah, yeah. I haven't noticed it too, like, because I've only gotten 1 5-star, but I did notice the music did change a little bit, right, when I got it.
It
so-
changed. It changed. Like it fully complete. So like it's
Mm.
kind of like remember Wildfire?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like in
Mhm.
Honkai Star Rail, like
Yep,
when
yep.
once you get to the phase 2, that's when you get like the full drop and everything. That's the same. It's the same thing. When you get the 5-star, that's when you get the drop.
Hmm. Gotcha, gotcha.
Creator legit just exists to make ZZZ songs. Speaking of songs though, if anyone ever played Punishing Grey Raven,
I heard the
I
music in
didn't-
that game was very good.
yeah, the Fangort's music or something, the one that made it is so
Mhm.
good. Like I didn't even know it was a song for a game. It was that good, and I think the song for like the one that I listened the most from PGR is like Narwhal, I think.
No, okay.
Yeah, I'll do you have Spotify? Sequel? If you have Spotify, I'll just send you like a Spotify link.
I think, or at least I think I created an account on there, but I
if
don't
you
really
can
use it too much.
YouTube is probably better. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll find-
yeah, I think I use YouTube more now that I have, because I pay for the, what is it,
Premium?
YouTube Premium? Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't ever pay for subscription. The only subscription I have now is Discord Plus and like.
I would say
Nitro,
YouTube
and that's
Premium
it.
is pretty good. Like, at least I've gotten a lot of views out of it. So
Yeah, that's what some people said to me too, but I'm just too fucking stingy. Which is really funny because I spend so much money on games and PC and stuff.
well, it's like I can be I can be the same way. You know, like it has to really be worth it, right? For you to, at least for me to want to spend money on something, right? Like I had to find the value in it, and
Mm-hmm.
that's really be it. Otherwise, I just
That's
hoard
true.
the money, and then it's like
My Android, like my YouTube and my phone is like definitely legal, but it doesn't have any ads. So
mhm.
who
you and
needs
me are
premium
probably
if you
like
don't have
both.
ads to begin with?
Yeah, but it's like you and me are probably both a little bit of, like we have a little bit of dragon in us, right? We like to hoard our money, and then
I know. Like you just spend it for different things.
right.
And like oh, what else? ZZZ. I like the Chu Yan design. She's definitely really hot. Even
the
Nicole
new
is really hot
character?
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I like Alan's vibe too. Honestly, the design and the characters are really good. I really
They
like
are.
it.
Technical matters.
It's just for me at the end of the day, a game is all about the
Anderson down,
gameplay. It's called a game for a reason.
Officer
If I
148,
like good
Julian,
graphics, I
ready.
can just enjoy the art from like people on like Twitter. I don't have to play the game to enjoy the characters, right? Like if you want me to actually play it, it's gotta be a good game.
Yeah, I'm always definitely good gameplay is good, but I think I'm a lot more like heavy on story. Like I think that's the thing that I'm always really big on. So so like I've been enjoying it a lot, and I think the gameplay the gameplay is good enough for me.
I see. See, like story is also important, but like story for me is like number 2. At the end of the day, game is about gameplay. Like, yeah. If I'm
Honestly,
looking for story, you know, I can get manhwa, I can watch anime, I can read novels for Christ's sake.
I really wish a lot more games would do like they would blend the two things a lot better, because I feel like there could be
like
so much
Elden
more
Ring, right?
interesting ways. I need to get a little bit further in Elden Ring. I feel like a lot of I'm missing a lot of the story. Like if you weren't there to tell me what was going on, I'd probably be like, what's this?
Yeah, and also I don't really want to tell you too much unless you actually got into the part. That's why I didn't.
Right.
I usually explain it after you finish the freaking boss.
So I think Elden Ring's maybe a little bit too hands off, but it's like I feel like there could be some good ways. Like I need to play. Like one game I hate that I haven't played yet is the latest like God of War stuff, because that looks really good.
I bought the game, never played it. Don't know. My friends keep berating me for it. You bought a PS5 and you never played the freaking damn game. It's like I bought Spider-Man 2. I bought like God of War and Ragnarok. Never played any of them. I didn't even touch my PS5.
I'm still kind of waiting for that one game to buy the PS5 for. Like Final Fantasy 16 was very close to making me buy the PS5. And it's like the only reason I didn't was because they said eventually it should be on the PC. It hasn't happened yet, but eventually it should be.
Ragnarok is coming to PC, I think, either end of this year or like next year.
Right. So those two I'll probably just play on PC.
Yeah.
But it's like I really want Final Fantasy 16 on there.
And then like I have Final Fantasy 16 on it. Oh, actually Ragnarok is already here. It's September.
Oh,
2 months.
okay. Nice.
But yeah. Ragnarok. I still gotta play the first one first. Yeah. I bought Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is definitely a game that I want to play.
Oh, but you can play that on the PC, can't you?
No, Stellar Blade is like PS exclusive for now.
Really? Okay. For some reason, I thought you could also play it on the PlayStation or on Steam and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because they had a deal and like they were backed up with like by Sony or something, because like there isn't the other game that like the company made was like Nikkei, and Nikkei is available on all platform. Final Fantasy 16 is so good though. I think I only played like maybe 30% in 30%, 40% maybe. I'm not that far in yet.
Okay.
But I've been enjoying it. Graphics spectacle, combat is super smooth.
I heard the story was really great too, so and it's by Yoshi P's, or at least he's the director. I should say by, but he was the director on it, so
Officer 148.
It was solid. I mean, like I said, I haven't fully gotten into the game, and also like, well, it's Final Fantasy. Like,
it'll be good.
I don't know. Does Final Fantasy interchange like story like interconnected with each other? Like
no, they're not.
First one to like
no.
Because like I played like here and there. In the Nintendo, I think I played like 12, like the one with Fan. I think like the main character.
They're all
and
like
I played like the non-numbered one.
Yeah, it's like they're all different, and like there may be like some like Easter eggs of past ones, and you know like there's always like Sid in every Final Fantasy game, but they're all different and unique. So
just like Raiden A is always on every single MiHoYo game.
Right.
Just wait, guys! You're about to see Zenless Zone Zero Raiden A soon. Trust. It's gonna be on
Oh,
2.0.
that'll be interesting
Watch.
to see how they do that. Yeah. Actually,
Just
isn't
watch
Raiden
this.
always introduced in 2 point something in all their games?
It's always in. I don't know about Honkai Impact, but like Star Rail, she got introduced around 2, right?
Star
in the
Rail was 2,
Pentagon.
Genshin it was 2 as well with Inazuma.
Genshin, it was 2 something when Inazuma got updated. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
Just wait. You'll
Hmm.
get your purple-haired waifu soon. Next year.
Yeah, so we'll see. Like,
Starlight, it's time to shine.
although this game is so different from, it'll be interesting to see how they would
Huh?
do a character
Is
like
something the
Raiden
matter?
in here. But you're right in that she's definitely coming in. For sure, for sure.
No, Ellen.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
because I just didn't have enough time to like get up pools and everything. Because I've only done.
Yeah.
50,
He only
so.
played for he only just got back and just started playing. I don't know why he didn't play it like when he was away.
Oh, you
It's
mean like on my
it's
phone or something?
It's a phone game. You can
I-
just play it on the.
Yeah. I
No,
think I was
bro.
just doing Star Rail, and then it was so weird because I was in different time zones and stuff. So it was like it was just hard to
That's
keep
fair.
up and stuff. So.
Meanwhile, when
Oh, you just swiped.
Zenless came out and when Zenless came out and Star Rail came out, well, the reason
Also, like 14 came
sequel
out at the
didn't-
same time. Yeah.
Like what came out?
14's expansion
Dawn
came
Trail,
out.
yeah, Dawn Trail, yeah. Well, sequel didn't swipe. Well, we don't want to swipe because we never know the game, right? It's a
Right.
new
I don't like to
IP.
swipe right away. Like I have
Yeah.
to know the game first. Like.
It's just like when I'm gonna play NTE later on. I'm not gonna swipe immediately. I'm gonna try the game day one, definitely.
Right,
I'm just
right.
not gonna swipe immediately unless I know it's good.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's good and the reception is well enough that I can see the game like lasting long. That's the thing, right? Like WuWa,
Right,
for example,
right.
like the game can be good, but like if people aren't interested in it and then they're not making success, then like the game might be stopped. Like might stop getting support pretty quickly, and I don't want to spend money on that. So yeah, definitely gonna like look around and see. Speaking, what am I talking about? Oh, the reason I didn't get to play like we were thinking of like talking about Star Rail. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I haven't finished mine because when the Star Rail updated and like WuWa came out, like Elden Ring came out, the DLC.
Oh
When-
right, you were playing
you
the
were
DLC.
like he was
yeah.
he was focused on the Dawn Trail and I was focused on like getting my ass kicked by the last boss of the freaking game. I swear to God, if any of you play Elden Ring, that DLC boss is fucking insane. I showed
I'll get
sequel
there
a bit part
eventually.
of
I'll
it.
get there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just call me when you need me. I'll try to be level 700 by the time you call me.
Will you be the I'll solo him for you, or like that tank build that just
Oh, let me tank them.
Yeah,
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 maybe
yeah.
I can maybe give that a try, or maybe I'll be the guy that like doesn't even block anything, just like straight up like manhandle him, like the other one that I showed you, the one that kicks around.
right.
I'll just be that one. That sounds cool.
Yeah, so it's definitely like just a lot of stuff came out at once. And then are you planning on getting, because you got Firefly right in Star Rail?
Oh yeah, I got her C too.
Are you gonna get
I got
Jade or
I might swipe just to get her C0. I don't know what her constellation are, and I don't know if how much I'll need her, just because.
I feel like her at C0 is probably fine.
I
Like
guess not. I
Ooh, a
I
Hydra
have
DD.
Acheron, guys. Acheron is all I need. The one-man army. I put Acheron and like one team is like done.
yeah, one team's always done with Acheron, and then
Yeah, the other team is gonna have like whatever character that I need to have.
but Jade's very good for like the pure fiction and just farming in general.
That's true. I might be considering like investing in her just so I can have like a full erudition team for like the pure fiction. Like I can have like I already got Himiko last time because I lost the 50-50 on Firefly, and then I'm gonna build like Herta, and then I'm gonna add like if I add her.
Jade and Herta go very well together.
Yeah. Seems like it, and then I just need one more tank to like, tank the damage. And then everything should be good. Hopefully. I also like it's a follow-up attack though, so I've been kind of like looking for characters that can like synergize well with like Acheron. with the follow-up attack. Like I was kind of thinking of like the what is that 4-star character, the Quantum Girl?
Oh, I always call her like QQ or something because her name's very hard. The one that plays like mahjong, right?
No, not that one. That's Xing Chu. No, not Xing Chu. Like
Oh, are you
Xing
talking about the
Chui.
robot?
I'm talking about the robot one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Shui
one
or
that
something,
keeps
or
Shui, yeah. So that one does follow-up attack every time you attack enemy toughness,
yes.
which means like
Yeah.
with like Acheron, that's like every turn. Like every attack on that with Acheron is like goes straight through like the
Is it?
toughness
It's only
bar.
her ultimate though that does that, right?
No, well, I'm C. Remember, I'm C6.
Oh, you're
everything. Every attack does that.
Okay.
See, that's the reason I was like, this girl, like, you know, other characters, not even something like Arlecchino in like Genshin Impact. I didn't even think of getting a C6, but like I saw Acheron's ultimate C6, I was like, hell yes, sign me up. Like I bought that. Like it's like if you're playing Elden Ring and then you get this like one amazing weapon, like, and then you forgot how to like dodge and stuff because the weapon is just so good.
So good.
It's just so good. I keep forgetting like checking on like the enemy weakness now because I was like, oh, I got
Acheron will just
Acheron.
take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Acheron is all I need.
Acheron,
You
he's
should have
very
joined
strong.
me.
So.
You should have joined me, Sequel. Or like maybe I was
Was it
lucky
what,
that you
C6
didn't
or-
join me. Yeah, C6.
That's too much. I could never
Okay,
spend that much.
then like it's good news for me because now he only needs to like borrow mine. See.
But mine is I got lucky and got a C1 for free, so I did get mine to C2 with the Lyco, and so I feel like mine's pretty good. Yours
It's
is
not gonna
so
be as good as
stronger,
mine.
but yeah.
Yeah, like the damage difference is just like Jinxie between like the like when Jinxie got to like C6, it's like double the damage.
Did you get a C6 of Jinxie or?
Yeah,
Oh, you did.
yeah. That's why it does that much damage.
Okay.
if I use my my other account, like my Asia account, that one is only like C2, I think. She does like less than half.
And the fact
Like,
that
I
you
think,
have
like,
multiple accounts.
Look, I have friends on that side of the world. Okay, I gotta be able to
No.
play with them.
I get that, and I hate how these servers like they do stop
Yeah,
you from
I
inviting,
also
like,
really hate how they do it. I really
completely
hate the
agree with
fact that they separate it. It's like that. Like the problem is not just about the microtransaction is definitely important because like, you know, it's just like how Riot Games, like if you have a Valorant account, you cannot like share your skin between servers.
No, I
The
feel like
problem is that
Kohaku-
like even your friend list is like split apart.
yeah, and it's
And I hope like if NTE, which is like the guy that like the people that made like Horror Fantasy, because like they call it like anime MMO, right? I hope like when they say MMO, it means like the server is just like
anyone
like
can
the
join it, right?
you can have multiple servers like just like, you know, Asia server and stuff just like that, but like make it one account,
Yes.
make it one progression. Just don't split the fucking thing.
Because it's like I feel like servers is such an old. It's just an old technology and an old limitation that just it shouldn't exist. Like, and it doesn't exist in modern MMOs either. Like,
I never see by C6.
because it's like, you
Well-
know, like Guild Wars 2 has just one giant server.
Yeah, I think it's just more expensive to do
Yeah,
that.
it is, but it's like, come on. Especially for Star Rail, where it's just like,
Yeah,
you're
at the
not
same
even
time,
really
like you're
connecting. You're just
like
using their
MiHoYo,
characters.
bro. Just spit the money out already.
What else are you spending it on?
Yeah, nuclear power. Oh wait,
Oh,
yeah,
that is-
yeah. They
I
do
forgot
do
they
that.
were doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Uh,
But like, yeah, biggest advice I can give to MiHoYo: get the server, like turn the fucking server into one. Freaking hell.
Wuthering Waves do that too. You should.
But like,
No reason not to.
What Kuhaku said on your chat is like makes sense.
Oh, that the
At the
C6
at the same
be...
time, yeah. At the same time, I don't know. Maybe this is a perspective on my end, but like I used to think the same way when I don't have money. I'm not trying to like be mean or anything, but like when I have less money, I also think the same. I was like, I'm gonna just grind and like make the best of my characters. Maybe like I'll spend money, like a little amount of money on like the Lunite pass, for example, or something like that for like the daily thing. At most, I'm not gonna swipe outright for like a character, but like after I've gotten more money nowadays and that I have less time, it's just like sometimes you just don't want to grind.
Well, and that's
it's
the big
especially
thing,
true
right?
for me.
It's time versus money, right? Is the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, like when
But
you
like
have
it's
less
also
time, and
especially true for me because I don't like grinding to begin with.
yeah. I can't see a lot of people really liking it. It's just more of a you do it because you have to sort of thing. But
I just don't.
But yeah, it's like
see the point in C6. Well, there are other times where you wanna flex on your friends, and that's one of the time why I did it. You know,
I think
just
it's
want
just
to
gonna
be
be
like,
different for everyone, right? Like, Oh well, no. Don't spend your parents' money. No. Don't spend your parents.
Not your parents' money. Like I got it. Like when I started working, that's when I start spending more money. See, like all this, like we were talking earlier about the PC upgrades and everything. Like the reason I became like much more like a big spender now is because like it's my own money now. So first of all, like no matter what my parents said, it's still my money. They cannot control me. Again, second of all, now I want to feel rewarded for actually working. So I actually start looking for stuff to buy. Because now I don't want to be like, oh, I have all this money. I spend all my day like working my ass off and then just to like, and then like I save 100% of it and I didn't get to enjoy it like until 30 years from now.
That's probably a good thing. I know I don't.
So it's a good a good thing to save.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna save 100% of it though.
I mean, yes, but I mean more like I'm probably the opposite. Where it's like I barely spend stuff on like this stuff to like treat yourself, like you were saying there, which is it's probably a good like I think it's a good idea to do that and reward yourself for stuff and then
it especially like this kind of habit like happens probably because like I said like in the story earlier, like I used to be poor, so like I used to not get a lot of the things that I want. So now when I want things, I will actually shell out my money to get it. Yeah. That helps me like reward things and like makes me more like motivated to like keep working and stuff. Like of course I'm not gonna spend all of them. Like whenever I talk about spending money, I always like already like saved up some of them usually.
Right.
So like the money that I spend is like actually money that is like meant for spending.
Right.
Like it's the money I set aside.
We're responsible adults. We so. Yeah. Okay. So, I realize it's getting
spending
close.
the money.
Yeah. It's getting close to almost 10 o'clock here for us. So is there anything else that you want to talk about real quick before?
For Zenless, I don't think so because I don't have, like I said, I don't have much experience in the game to begin with. I can give the impression. I don't know how the story pans out and everything. A lot of people say the story comes out kind of slow. Like,
I feel like people say that for like
feels
every
like
story.
No. Like for Genshin, you kind of have the main target on the. Like you kind of know what the story is about. You're finding your sister.
Right.
It's just playing the game is basically like navigating that mission, like going through it.
But it can still be kind of slow, right?
In the beginning, I don't think it's slow. I think it's like. I think it's I like I said, I cannot compare it because I haven't finished Zenless story, but I think story was fine. A lot of people seems to complain about the Mondstadt story when like nowadays.
Right.
Like people said like Genshin when Genshin first came out, the story was kind of bad. I'm like, doesn't feel that bad to me.
I mean, I always enjoy like even if like how should I put it? I feel like a lot of people a lot of excitement and stuff. I'm fine for a slow burn. It's just how you tell the story. Like I'm very big on storytelling, not necessarily like the story itself. So like you could tell me Romeo and Juliet essentially, and so long as you tell it well, I'll be happy. Like,
that makes sense. Yeah.
mm,
But like, yeah, I like. So far, it's okay for me, Zenless. I don't think I'll commit to it like as big as I did with other games.
no,
Like, my main
yeah.
game is probably still gonna be like WuWa and like Star Rail, like for gacha games.
No, like same. I don't know if I'll commit to it like super hard either, but it's definitely, I think, a game that I'll play on the side quite a bit. But
See, the problem is with like doing that with like these kind of games is that they always give you FOMO.
they do, and I'm very
And
interested
to be
see
fair, that's
what's
how
gonna-
the business, that's how the business is built upon. But like, I still kind of hate it.
I mean, I am interested to see, because this director did come out and say once, at least before the game came out, like, oh, you know, Zenless is a game that you can take a break from and then come back like several months
So
later
hopefully
and have a bunch.
it's like what they did with like Star Rail. Like Star Rail, if you didn't lock in for like a couple of weeks, when you come back, they give you this like return bonus, which is not just like price. Like, you know, Genshin does that too, right? When like they give you bonus and stuff. But like they also give you like double drops on like the materials, the XP, and then like the relics and everything. They give you double drops and everything for like a week or so. And that's for me is like a good thing. It gives you the ability to like catch up in some ways. Of course, like you're still missing out on the story most of the time, but like since like the quest is not gone like in Genshin, that means you can come back to the story and you can come back to like the event quest anytime.
Right, which is so nice. Like, I love that.
Yeah, and also you can catch up. Like you can catch up both in terms of story and in terms of like resources. That's what I like. I think Star Rail hit the nail with that one. I think.
And hopefully Zenless Zone Zero does the same thing. So we'll just have to wait and see, because I don't know if any of the events have actually like ended yet. Maybe they have in that, but since we're still in the first patch, probably not.
Probably not. Here, Kwaku, this is the 5-star that I have. Got this.
Ooh, what
I got the
5-star
big
did you
book.
get? Yeah.
I got Nekomata in like 10 pulls, I think.
Oh, nice, nice.
And then I'm not sure. I forgot. One of them I got in 10 pulls or 20 pulls, and the other one is like from the standard banner, like the beginner, I think.
Wait, you have 2 5
I have
stars?
2 5-stars. Yeah.
What?
I have 2 5-stars. Yeah.
I've only got
Yeah.
one.
So one of them is on the 50 pull. And then no Ellen. Yeah, no Ellen, because like look, I only spent. Oh wait, it's on the bottom right. I blocked the freaking thing. I only pulled like 31 times on like the event banner. So that's why I don't have Ellen. I only have 30 chance, and I blew it up.
Although I will say Grace is the 1 5-star that I really wanted, so I'm glad I got her.
There we go. Like I still have 59 before I get the guaranteed 5-star. Actually, where's the freaking thing? Is it on details, like the history? Yeah.
For what exactly? Like
The pull history. Yeah, I found it. It's on details. Where did I get the 5-star? Yeah, so yeah, on Ellen I got Nekomata.
that's
Yeah, I got Nekomata in like 20 pulls, basically.
okay. So
And
you have
then, like, I
guaranteed
got
for
the
the
mate-
next character then.
Yeah, I got bad guaranteed for whoever I ended up pulling next. Only 2 yen to go. Yeah, I guess I got to get the big ass lady, you know. But like, yeah, for this one, that means I got the mate on like the standard banner. Which she seems kind of cool. She got the big boobs and keeps swaying around. And she reminds me of Lisa the way she plays, kind of.
Wait, which one?
Handle technical matters.
Like the mate, who is she called again? Rina. Yeah, Rina.
Oh yeah.
Kuhaku
Yeah,
said
yes,
like
yes.
he
I really
got
want
him
her. Yeah.
2.
C1.
Yes, all accounted for.
You don't like the big boobs? Maybe
She's
maybe
great.
More
Like, how could you not like her?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, more constellation, bigger boobs. They should add that feature. Maybe everyone will swipe more. Than, hey, if you have the bigger constellation, the boobs gets bigger.
Handmade Rena.
oh, that
at your
reminds. I
service.
think there's actually a game, like Omega Labyrinth or something, that a similar thing where it's like as the girls power up or something, their breasts get bigger. But
Oh, what game is that?
yeah, no.
I mean, I did that on Skyrim, I think, at some point, where if you have more mana.
Yeah, Omega Labyrinth Life on
Omega
Steam.
Labyrinth. I'm pretty sure I have those. Oh yeah, I have those on like my freaking wish list. I knew it. I knew I would have those games on my wish list. I knew my taste. Just understand. Saving time. You're busy. I will take that. I will take that back because I'm not exactly. I didn't actually think of time. Yeah, it's about time, and so also sometimes
Touch
like
my
it's
tail.
not about just the time to grind. It's also the time to master a game. Like for example, in WuWa, you know how hard it is to fucking find the holograms.
And the way that people do them too, like yes,
Yeah, and
some
like
people,
some people like with the combination of grinding the game and
Hey, don't
CCs
look down on
like
me.
fully constellating like the character and the weapon, they can kill the like the hologram in like 0 seconds. And I'm like, what the fuck?
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
They're
it's
way
insane.
too
So
good.
like, yeah, so like you gotta like skill can get you far, but like it can only get you so far because like at the end of the day, the number it's still a numbers game. That's how the game is designed. Like you can be on the same you can be on the same skill level and you might be able to finish the content, but like you probably cannot beat their time. So like it basically trading the time that you have for whether it is for training or for grinding for some money. GNC can two-shot the hardest enemy at CC. Oh yeah, it can one-shot any enemy in like the normal world. If you're getting into like the tactical or like the Tower of Adversity, I give it a try. It's I need to do the same thing like 5 or 6 times to kill him. Like, have you tried the
sure.
Tower of Adversity on like the WuWa?
I haven't gotten very far in it. I just did like some of this stuff early on to get like the stuff for the battle pass. So like I think I've gotten the first like 6 floors or something, but I've never done any of the.
Did you do? Oh, so like, have you gotten to the Hazard Zone?
I don't think so. No.
Oh man, you missing so much like Primo. It's the same as like Abyss, Spiral Abyss, right?
Yeah. I know. I just don't think I have enough characters, right? Because you need like multiple.
I think you can't. No, you can do it with one character. What do you mean?
Really? I thought you needed multiple teams. No.
No, you need multiple team, but like you need to only build 2 characters to finish like the the basic one, the basic Abyss. Here, let me close my Zenless real quick. I'll open the WuWa for you.
Okay.
I'll show you my WuWa. So, cause like I finished my WuWa with like 1 character. So 2 character, 1 for each like of the tower.
Because like I thought it like took away some of your stamina and stuff. No.
Yeah, but like the stamina is enough for 1 character to finish 1 tower, basically, because it's 10, right?
Okay.
And like the stamina is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 10 stamina. So like if you can play the game, and like the damage is enough, you can finish it in like with 1 character.
Okay.
So like here, let me log in real quick. Because like the problem is that because like not the problem, like the thing is like in the first adversity tower, the ones that it doesn't reset, it's the level is not that high. So like if you're with your I know your soul phase is like soul phase 6, right? You're level 50 or something. Oh my god, I
Oh,
still have
shit.
to watch the fucking cutscene.
Oh, you do? Oh no.
Yeah. When you alt F4 and you come back, it's still the cutscene. Freaking
Okay, so
hell.
I'll have to do the same thing too once I come back. But that's okay. You can show me that later because I think I need to start hitting the bed soon.
That's fair. Most of the time I went neat again. Oh, you know what? Same. I was on neat for like 2 years after I dropped out of college. It was a fun time. I got to actually play games and enjoy
Okay,
myself. I don't have
college
to
was fun.
worry.
Hmm.
I didn't go into college. That's the thing.
Oh,
I dropped out, and then like I get like 2 years off, right? So like I get to like actually I don't actually feel like FOMO or anything because I got all the time in the world to play the game. Like if I don't feel like grinding today, I don't grind today. If I feel like grinding today, I grind like 24 hours or like 16 hours or something. Like when you have enough time, you don't really worry about the money that much. You probably worry about the money if you want to buy a game, and like, oh, I want to buy Elden Ring, but like
I
I'm
only handle
poor.
technical matters.
Like I used to do that because my parents wouldn't like buy me games. But yeah, I wouldn't
only
worry
handle
about grinding
technical
because like,
matters.
oh, grinding is like the only thing I can do right now. God damn it. Just buy shit because my parents are nice. You know what? Cherish your parents. You're lucky.
Yes, yes. Ooh. But okay. So is there
yeah,
anything you want to
it's-
just end on
No.
or or advertise or anything?
Advertise. Give NTE some chance, guys. I know the
Yes.
developer sucks, but the prospect of the game looks so good. Please,
just
I
need
want
a-
to play I want to be I want to be an anime girl in GTA.
They just need a better acronym because it's too close to another acronym that everyone's going to call it.
Just not the other acronym. Please, I don't want that other genre.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that game too because it looks very
It's
cool.
like yeah, animation could use some work. Yes, they could definitely take some lessons from like WuWa and Zenless. WuWa, like Zenless, has more smoothness to it, and WuWa has more spectacle to it. It looks more fancy in WuWa,
But it is
but
still
it's
in
smoother on
beta, so
Zenless. But yeah,
or not even
is
beta.
it even
like
in beta?
alpha.
And yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's like a showcase. So like
right.
they
It's like an
should
alpha right now,
definitely-
so
Mhm. They have a lot of time to work. They have my support at least for now. I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic about it, but I'm definitely hoping it'll come out. I hope they even have more features. Maybe like you
Yes,
should be
yes.
able like your character should be able to like eat and stuff, like have eating animations.
that'd be cool. Like,
That'd be really cool.
and then also like
it's supposed to be like GTA, right? GTA does that. When you eat, like you kind of actually like pull something out. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? It just,
I wonder
you
if we'll
just
have
to
our own
pull something out
apartment
and
and
eat.
stuff too, right?
Oh yeah.
They showed the customization of the car, but having your own like apartment stuff could be very cool too.
I know, and it will be really cool. Like if it's like actually ended up like becoming an anime MMO. That means like you can visit my apartment.
Oh, are you still gonna be playing or after this stream gone or?
Actually, I'm not sure because I also have to eat dinner.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can probably get past it a bit and like maybe do like show you the freaking.
Oh no, I was
adversity.
only asking because it's just gonna be, I would just raid. Yeah, I'm always terrible at raiding, but
I know.
But yeah.
We can press. You know, I don't. You guys, if you guys don't know, sequel is actually still kind of sick.
I am.
He needs
I
to improve
had to
soon.
take some cough
I
medicine for
don't
this,
want him to lose to a boss in Elden Ring because he coughed mid fight, guys.
I think for the rest of this week though, I may only do. I have Saturday. I am going to be playing Baldur's Gate with White and Himuro, so I might just leave it like my only streams for that. And then next week is when we'll do a lot of Elden Ring.
Oh,
At least
I'm
2
looking
streams of
forward to
Elden
it.
Ring, if not.
I wanna see him actually wins against the Valiant Gargoyles.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I'm not looking forward to facing this you guys again, but we'll see. We'll see.
I'm looking forward to actually invading his world and co-oping and stuff. But yeah,
But all
we
right.
should end it here probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's time
yeah.
for you to head to bed.
Well, thank you, Khan. It was good talking.
Thank
and then
you so much.
yeah, we'll probably
It's
do
nice
this
to be able to
after-
talk again.
Yes. I think we'll probably do this again, maybe after like Star Rail's update again.
Yeah, so probably like, it's definitely not next week. Maybe 2. Fastest would be like 2 weeks from now after the update, right? Because we gotta play it too.
Right. 'Cause you got to play it
Yeah.
first and then figure out what we want.
Looking forward to the next show.
Yeah, same here.
Oh,
All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Mhm.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good one, guys.